All right,
Oh,
preparing live stream for
we're live.
We're trying.
I think we're live, right? Yep, we're live.
It says we're live.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it live.
Fucking do it. All right. There's 3 of us. We're gonna rock this shit.
Just do it. We might have a guest today. We haven't had a guest since we switched to our thing. We've tried not to have guests until we got some of the bugs out. So we'll see.
We'll see if the bugs are
this will be an experiment. Yeah, then we'll start having guests again. Anyway, welcome to the Arcade Hangout. This is episode, I don't even know what episode this is.
I think it's 185.
185? Welcome to episode 185. Yes. I am one of your hosts, Mock the Magic Man, along with 34K and Seabart. We will probably be joined by Gak and Carrie and Jim, and we might have a special guest tonight. Dave from Buffalo will be here.
Yep.
They're just trying to get on board with the Zoom platform. It's just a little different. People are still getting used to it. Let's see what else. Yes, we are a group of friends that like to get together once a week and talk about arcade games and movies and media and beers we're drinking. And what are you drinking there, Andrew?
All right, so I started out the night with a Firestone 2017 Velvet Merkin.
Merkin.
It's a velvet. It's an oatmeal stout. It's fucking delicious. So I killed that, waiting for us to start tonight.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm on to my classic kickoff the night, Le Fin du Monde. The end of the world. Merely the end of the world. That's
wow. How about you, Seabart? What are you drinking?
Budweiser.
I'm drinking Stone IPA tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic Stone.
Drink that for a little bit, then I'll probably switch it over to more sessionable. What is it? What's that?
805.
805. Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Yeah. Loosen up on the Stone, and then
calm it down.
Yeah.
Something more sessionable.
Yeah.
Well, I have my KFC fake meat KFC.
KFC.
For those that don't know what I'm talking about, KFC, I don't know if that was a joke or not, but I think that's a real thing, right?
Well, the Whopper's doing like the Impossible Burger.
Yeah, the Whopper is the Impossible Burger, or is it Impossible Burger or meat, or
it's a Whopper. It's Impossible Whopper,
all made with like plant products.
Yeah.
And
I hear I've literally not had a Whopper 20 years.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time. Do you have a Burger King near you?
Yeah. I mean, I drove by one to the liquor store tonight.
Oh, okay. It's not my fast food of choice. So
yeah, I don't do fast food. So
okay.
But I totally remember what a Whopper. I think I remember what a Whopper tastes like. But like, I would love to do like the Pepsi challenge, right? Whopper, Impossible Whopper, put them in thing.
Oh, there you go. Blindfold.
Tell the difference, right? Yeah.
You know, it's funny that YouTube already has people doing that.
Well, I'm sure.
It's so funny to watch people pick the fake burger, and they say this one tastes better. It has more flavor. It's like,
back in the day, I don't know if we've talked about this on the show, but have you back in the day, did you actually do the original Pepsi challenge?
Yes, they had it at the Del Mar Fair on here.
Yeah. Dave from Buffalo, did you do it?
No, I've never done the original Pepsi, but I can always tell Coke apart. And I've done it with, I've went one further. I've done the Pepsi challenge with foreign Pepsi and Coke products.
That's a big deal too. Yeah. You got to
Canada and like Asia.
The real sugar. Yep.
Yeah. Is Carrie and Jim and them coming there?
They're on their way. Yeah.
All right.
Jim's late with our intro.
I'm late, and it's like
I need to get a soundboard, a backup or something. I mean, if I know what Jim uses, so I can fill in for him until he gets here. Fucker's not coming in on time anymore.
So I think on the show right now, you and I are the only people who did the official Pepsi challenge.
The real one, yeah. They
at a Pepsi booth, doing the thing.
It looked just like the commercial where they have the cover and they lift it. And,
yep.
Yeah, they would actually do polls and stuff. And yeah.
What did you choose?
I picked Coke.
How many times did you do it, and what was your experience?
I think I did it twice, and both times I picked Coke. I know what Coke tastes like, so and I don't see how people can like Pepsi, but I have to have my mixed drinks with Coke, and I don't know, I can't drink it with Pepsi.
Western New York's a Pepsi place. What's California and Denver? Or there's too much of a mix? Is it Coke out there?
Yeah, mostly Coke.
No, we have a mixture.
Coke is like
where you go.
Coke is like 90% of the market everywhere.
Yeah,
I was in Wendy's today talking about fast food, and it's the second Wendy's. I got young kids. I was at one last week, and both times the Coke machine that you can make any flavor.
Oh yeah, they do like that.
Yes,
those are cool.
There was like 10 people here with cups, and we had to like go to the counter because like it's not working. We can't get our soft drinks, and both times, two different Wendy's. The machines are.
It's like it's basically being dispensed by an iPad now.
Yeah, and this is a newer version. This one's gray. The other ones that are red have been kind of tested and true. I've seen those around for a while.
All right, well you're beyond me because I haven't been to fast food in over a year. So
I'm way behind you too.
no, I'm just saying. I don't.
Yeah, you're in recovery. I'm in full blown.
Well, the only time I drink Coke is if there's fucking whiskey in it.
Yeah, that's how
I don't ever like if I were to go to like a Chipotle.
So like if I'm at work, I just put a little whiskey in there.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
Just a joke, everybody.
I would just drink water.
Yeah. So do you have In-N-Out? You don't have In-N-Out Burger over there, right?
Oh, they're coming.
Do you like In-N-Out Burger? Because that's a pretty damn good fast food place.
I lived in California for 6 years. So
okay, so you remember it.
I remember.
That's not fast food, dude. That's like that's leaps and
bounds.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hand cut.
Yeah, I would rather eat one of those than a Whopper any day. You know, because we're in San Marcos, where I'm at. They're right across the street from each other. Like, so when you're driving by, you look at the two. Oh, I could go to Burger King. Yeah. Or I could go to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
In-N-Out.
I mean, jeez.
See, and I remember like when I lived out in California, it was before the shit came to Colorado. Well, actually, I lived up in the mountains, so we didn't have a lot of fast food up there anyway. But when I moved to California, the thing was Carl's Jr. double bacon.
I used to
double bacon Western cheese,
or just a Western bacon cheeseburger in general. Yeah. It's a good hamburger.
So fucking good.
And the barbecue sauce is amazing. I wish they would put that in a bottle somewhere.
It's just all sugar. It's amazing.
Well, it's got peppercorns in it, big ones.
I know, but
it's good.
It's just sweet and delicious.
It's got a lot of maple sugar in it.
Yeah. I remember, I think the Midwest version of that was Hardee's, right?
It's the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah, all right. So Hardee's, I remember as being like the weird, so the first few years of my life, I lived in Illinois, so heart of the Midwest, right? So out where Arcade Impossible lives, same time. So we had Hardee's, and I remember Hardee's being kind of a big deal because do you guys remember the California Raisins toys?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. The little ones. Big. I put them on my dash in my car.
Yeah. Heard it through the grapevine, right? So out there, Hardee's was the only fast food place that had those toys, and they were fucking cool. They were like Smurfs cool.
I thought they were in the Happy Meals or something, weren't they?
I mean, they're like kids' meals or something like that.
Yeah, kids' meal.
Yeah, but like
a little plastic toy, and
but there was they were like Smurfs. They were like that rubbery, soft.
You could kind of bend them, but they wouldn't stay bent. They just
they're not meant to be posable, but they're bendable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the sun you could pose them.
Yeah, you could get them in the sun and eventually. Yeah. But so Hardee's was the Carl's Jr., but I didn't know that as Carl's Jr. then. But they were the only place, and Hardee's were like super rare. There was like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Taco John's.
So we didn't have Hardee's. I know about it. All of ours were Carl's Jr. over here. So
right. Well, but like when I moved to California, I was like, oh, Carl's Jr. And then like someone was like pointed out in a commercial that it was like a Carl's Jr. logo and then a Hardee's.
Hardee's, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, and it was like it's like a Safeway and Kroger, or what like Safeway,
what's the
whatever they offer
behind that though. Like, what happened? Did they one buy out the other, or
probably
did they the name, or
because
we also have weird mutant stuff like
we got the green burrito
green burrito mixed in with it. That's like another company I think they bought up.
And the green burrito.
It's terrible Mexican food. It's like the worst Mexican food
at a Carl's Jr.
Yeah, at a Carl's Jr. Like, so it's a little one square part of the menu. Like burrito, taco, enchilada. That's it.
Little diarrhea or vomiting. You pick.
It's awful. It's the
like
worst fast food
for the poor little Mexican guy in the corner who's got to take your order for El Burrito. What's it called?
Green burrito.
Green burrito. Yeah, it's
like the leftover hamburger meat that they had under the heat lamps.
Yeah, it's like the leftover fucking Carl's Jr. meat or whatever.
Most of it tastes like it's like unfrozen shit and stuff. It's just awful. I never eat. We have so many Mexican food places here. Why would you eat that?
Why would you eat fast food? It's like Taco Bell does not do well in Colorado because
you got Mexican food places.
It's the color red.
You got a Roberto's, Alberto's, Filiberto's, Rigoberto's.
There's 15
Alberto's,
Alberto's, Berto's,
Burn
Butto Berto's.
Yeah.
In fact, Andrew, when you guys remember, we all ate at one.
Yeah, totally.
It was delicious. It was like 2:00 or 1:00 or something.
Yeah, we're driving back. Was it from Banning, or I think it was?
Oh,
no,
yes.
Oh no, that was a Keith's house. That's
after
right.
After Slicknick won the tournament.
Yeah.
And then we took him out back and beat him up and
and bought him a burrito. Oh no! So I do want to get back to sorry. End of thing. Real quick story was like so I moved out to California. Carl's Jr. equals Hardee's. Mind blown. And then I had some of their more contemporary menu. I was like, this is not the fast food that I've been used to. It's basically McDonald's because that's all that's available at the mountains. Anyway, and then beyond that was the question of the original people who had done the Pepsi challenge. So you picked, Steve, you said you did it twice. And it was like the booth, you walk up.
They have a booth,
like a card behind it.
They have a card that's folded.
Yeah.
It's high, so you can't see it.
And how much do they serve you?
Just like about an ounce and a half.
I remember doing the Pepsi challenge too. Yeah.
All right. So there we go. Oh, we got to eat
a clear plastic cup.
Yeah. A little clear, like not a Dixie cup, like a little clear, like a.
I think it had an A and a B in front of it.
I think it was a 1 and a 2, and like behind them where they showed you what the reveal was.
Yeah, they'd lift it and reveal.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I remember I chose Coke by mistake, and they were like, "Oh, well, thank you."
So no, I picked Coke on purpose.
Oh, I didn't know the difference.
All right, so you stepped up to it like being like, dude, Coke, I like Coke. I'm gonna pick Coke.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
Yes.
All right. And so Leo, your experience was like what? Like you were going there just like which one do I like better? Like that was the whole thing, right?
I was with some friends. We were in City Hall for something. It might have been like a class field trip. And it was just like, oh, look, they're doing the Pepsi challenge here. And I very rarely drink soda, so I wouldn't know the difference between them. So I like that one better, and they lifted up was Coca-Cola, and they were just like,
it doesn't even matter if you hardly drink Coke. The thing is the whole reason for it was just anybody drinks these two things. Their point was you're going to pick Pepsi.
Pepsi, right? Exactly.
They think their shit was the best on the planet.
Right. And they get, I'm a lifelong Coke drinker, and I love Pepsi the best. And I was just like, no, I was probably like 9 or 10. I
was young too.
Yeah, like it was probably like late 80s, early 90s when that happened.
Yeah. Oh, it was early mid 80s. It was before.
Oh, really?
Well, New Coke was 85.
I don't remember New Coke. So
New Coke was 85. So if you don't remember that coming out, we're talking this is early 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was definitely in single digits when I did it. And I did it twice, just like Mock did.
I mean, it was probably a pretty successful campaign because they showed commercials of it and showed real people being, doing the challenge. And of course, they don't show anybody say Coke.
Yeah,
I licked the Coke one.
Right, they don't show all those. But like, I remember the tally. They had a tally board behind where they would mark down like
But I feel like they was kind of self-selecting. Oh, he said Coke. All right, well, he doesn't know.
I think they were just checks too, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I never did any of that, but I definitely remember when they came out with New Coke. I always hated Pepsi. It was like way too. And I like Coke, but then New Coke, it was kind of like halfway between Coke and Pepsi.
I didn't like New Coke at all.
I did like New Coke, but yeah. I don't know.
All right, so I know I talked about it before. Do you guys get in on the New Coke thing?
No, I wish I would have, but yeah.
I think it's over with
Is it
now.
still available?
I think it's over. Yeah.
Look, man, I've got 4 cans.
All right.
All right, Grinkers.
Have at it.
All right, so
Save one for nostalgia.
We'll have to have classic Coke, New Coke, and Pepsi, the 3 at Grinkers.
Yeah.
Wait, well, so you got to do like the real Pepsi challenge is what I'm saying though. You got to do
Okay.
like, all right, so New Coke, right?
Okay.
You got to do Coca-Cola Classic, which is the corn syrup version.
Yes.
Mhm.
Not
Right.
the Mexican one.
And then you got to get the
Yep,
Mexican Coke. So
Mexican Coke,
someone from California needs to bring up some Mexican Coke.
I can do that.
I could bring
Oh my
in
God.
Buffalo.
All right.
They sell it.
Sarah just brought up Crystal Pepsi. You guys remember that?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, they brought out the
Bad.
Crystal Pepsi for the Back to the Future thing, didn't they?
So yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't that just the
With the
same
Coke
thing as Pepsi,
perfect.
just without the
Calories. Yeah, it was like a low,
Yeah.
like a health.
Was
It was clear.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
clear too, but was
You're
that the
thinking of that-
caramel
You're
dye?
thinking of the one with the green one, whatever
Yeah,
that Pepsi was.
I don't remember that one.
Wasn't Crystal Pepsi just the regular like Pepsi, just without the?
I think
caramel
it's
dye?
a
No,
little
it-
different, but it definitely was clear.
It was supposed to be the same, but it was clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
They
so
brought it back for a limited time.
I would love to do the Pepsi challenge with you guys at Grinkers. You know, maybe
Yeah.
this is like some Saturday night we just fucking throw some random thing together. But I will absolutely bring a can of New Coke.
If it's Saturday night, it's not going to get together.
Gotta be early enough to where we can actually remember tasting it.
Whatever, who cares?
Get some vodka. Let's
Who
see.
cares
Put 'em
if
in,
we
like,
remember
little-
it? Let's just do it.
No, there's
Exactly.
only
Yeah.
if you only have 12 or 16 or 24 ounces, whatever you have, you're gonna be limited to just a couple.
Well, I
ounces.
know, but the Pepsi challenge is small pours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
was,
an
they
hour
were-
and a half
Oh, it's
pours.
like an ounce. Yeah, you
Yeah,
just do
so
an
I
ounce.
got 12 people. I can pour out of one can.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. There we go.
So I can bring 2 cans maybe. So but we got to get someone to bring some Mexican Coke because that's the real sugar
I
sugar.
can do that.
You
Absolutely.
got to have some real
That'd
sugar.
probably be the best. I bet.
It's
that
gonna
would
be
be
better than
awesome.
I
I
would
drink it
love
all
to
the
taste
time.
that back to back with like regular Coke.
I wish they would just switch to that period and just
Yeah,
make
but
it real
it-
sugar. None of this like syrup shit.
Yeah.
But you can still get it in the U.S., but it's the Passover Coke too. When you
Oh,
get
yeah.
a yellow top,
Yeah.
but during Passover you can get the yellow top, which is made with.
It sells out like crazy. I remember when I used
does,
to be
yeah.
a stock clerk, it would sell out like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's hard to get.
all right, all right. So what would you put up? So New Coke, corn syrup Coke, Pepsi,
And then
What else?
Mexican
and the
Coke.
Mexican Coke.
and Mexican Coke. All right, there you go. There's a 4 challenge.
There we go.
All right, and then the whole point is like, oh shit. And the point is, which do you like better?
Hey, Richie made it.
All right. Well, we have a guest, Richie Knuckles.
Hey.
Can you hear us?
I'll give him a second.
Oh, he's figuring it out.
Welcome, caller.
Let him figure it out.
Here's my layout. I can only see 4 people at the top. I need to figure out my layout here.
Oh, it depends on how wide your screen is.
Yeah, I click that's
Click the arrow, move to the left or the
I don't
right.
know what I did. It just I'd lost everything. Can you guys still see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
See you, hear you. You're good.
Oh, Richie looks
Can't
like
hear
he's
you,
trying to
Richie.
talk, but yeah, can't hear him.
we can't hear here. I could
His mouth
text.
was moving.
Yeah, I'll text him. We can't hear you.
I think he got it. He's playing with his knobs and buttons right now.
Buttons,
ooh.
buttons.
Sexy.
Don't do that. You get kissed off
You give me a
YouTube.
pair of headphones?
Oh,
Can I borrow
Oh.
them?
oh,
We can hear you.
Oh, we can hear
we
you.
hear
hear you
something.
now. We can hear you.
No.
Oh.
Can you hear us?
All right.
I'm just
Said he
finishing
wasn't
my
hearing
third-
anything. Hold
Just
on.
finishing my 3rd beer, and this one's a triple IPA. So
Oh, jeez.
Oh Lord.
Nice
Oh,
little
Yikes.
11% beer.
Triple the drunkenness.
So, hey, Gak, have you had Firestone's Velvet Merkin?
You're all
Merkin.
blown out. Your logo.
I know the logo. It's so white. It's kind of hard to.
I almost thought
Velvet,
I have not had
Velvet Merkin.
oatmeal stout. No, I've only
Yeah.
had a couple of those, like oatmeal stout style ever. So
2017. It's
Trillium did a quadruple IPA about a month or so ago.
oh jeez.
It was like 15%. It was just
That's brutal.
it burned. Oh yeah, I'm like that's too much.
the Knee Deep, the local brewery to me,
Mhm.
they did a quadruple IPA. I don't know if they've done it again recently, but They did it in Jack Daniel's barrels, I think, too.
Oh, okay, yep.
And it was for 22 ounce was like $30 or something crazy like that. Yeah. I was like, damn.
Can anybody hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, Richie.
Hey.
Mr. Knuckles is at the house.
Screaming out.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Welcome, caller.
All right, first question. Have you done the Pepsi challenge? That's what we've been rambling on about for the last.
Yeah, you remember the Pepsi challenge?
Yeah, believe it or not, I can't drink soda, so I don't even remember what Pepsi tastes like.
Oh man.
Really? How come you can't drink soda?
I get terrible migraines. In my whole life, I thought it was the alcohol. Like, say you go to a wedding, what's your drink? Now it's old fashioned. Back then it was like 7 and 7. And I'd get super sick, and I think it was because of the whiskey. But then when I cut out the 7-Up and just drank straight whiskey, I was fine. I found out, and now I can't drink 7-Up. I can't drink Sprite. I can't drink any soda whatsoever, and then I'll have a badass migraine the next day.
What about beer?
Beer's fine.
Beer's fine.
I'm not gay.
I was wondering if it was a carbonation.
No.
Is it the caffeine? Can you not have coffee either?
I drink.
I imagine caffeine like is natural in your bloodstream. You know.
Yeah.
Like
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could see this, but the answer
We see your
to
pink
do
glasses.
I drink coffee? Let's see if you can see this.
Oh, you got to present him or something. You got to talk so we can see it.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
We could present them, I think.
Yeah, spotlight.
Oh, there
Anyway,
Go,
624 stars on Starbucks.
All right, so you're breaking Starbucks.
So I could probably get free coffee for the.
So you're like elite platinum member kind of thing there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like this program. This thing's cool.
Yeah, Zoom works pretty well.
It does.
It has a higher frame rate than some of the other ones we've used.
Now, who's the person that's deciding on who's being focused on?
So if you talk, it automatically focuses on you.
Yeah. Hello. Let's talk. Come on. Hello.
It's
Hard
supposed
to
to
see
be.
me. I can't see my face. I can't see my face. Can you see my face? I don't see my face.
I see your. I see
Yeah,
your-
it doesn't switch, but
It's
we
not
see it.
super fast, but it does. It does do it.
No, it never shows your face when you're talking, but we see it.
Oh, but you see me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see us when we talk, but
Now, Richie, in the upper right-hand corner, there's a thing where you can switch it for different types of window views. So you can put everybody at once or just one at a time. Or
All right. Can I put on the ones who I like the best?
no.
Make sure and
Get rid
tell
of
us
the
who
other
you're
guys?
picking.
Okay, hold on. This guy right here with all the games around him, right there. What's your name?
Which one?
You're the one that's talking right now.
Oh.
Circus Charlie.
Yeah, 34K.
Okay, so that's Andrew Alpaw.
34K. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we met actually a couple times here in Denver for Kong Off, and I met you again briefly down in Banning.
Hmm.
yeah, that's right.
That's where I met you before.
So
With Keith,
you probably recognize me because I'm like 9 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, your room looks badass.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, it looks great. Is that Judge Dredd right over there?
Goddamn right.
Yep. And then hold on. I know, of course, I know Patrick Stewart, but the other one I'm having a trouble with. Don't
Yeah,
tell me.
well, let me talk a little bit more. See if you can pick out. It's at the furthest away. It's the newest.
Right. It's on it.
Ghostbusters,
Yep, you got it.
right? Yeah. It's hard to see from here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy that I'm looking at now is a Zookeeper. That's good.
Oh,
And
that'd
what's
be
that?
probably, yeah.
What's that? A Laserdisc playing game? What's that? One of those like Thayer's Quest or something?
So that is actually Alley Master. It's like an awful cinematronics game.
Dan, though, that
Electronics.
he just
Yeah.
fucking nailed the marquee on that though.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so that is a Dragon's Lair machine. That it was a Dragon's Lair originally, and it was converted to Alley Master, which is a bowling game. But it's actually made by Cinematronics.
Yeah,
So it
I
kind
have
of like goes with it, you know.
I have Jack the Giant Killer.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're having, instead of having a Kong off next year, we're gonna have the Jack the Giant Killer contest.
Oh,
There's that joke.
Yeah,
that's that joke
here last year.
the joke that we stole from you that someone else stole from us back.
Oh, it's such a good joke. Everyone's gonna.
Well,
steal
we
it.
we stole it last year for Grinkers. We stole the Wacko. So of course that was the
Whack off.
I get it.
the whack off.
Do you still have the marquee nearby? You can show it.
Oh, it's on my machine. It's on my Wacko.
Oh,
Maybe Gak could pull his.
I just sold my Wacko.
I think
Oh, I
hey,
love
Carrie.
Wacko. It's a great game.
Hey, finally made it on. Jeez.
Yes.
I gotta get a beer. I'll be right back though.
That's
Yeah, me
what she
too. I'll
said.
be right back.
I'll be right back too.
All right, so I guess we're taking a
Carrie
break.
comes on and half the group leaves. Party pooper. Okay, mom's here. Everybody behave. Leo, how much beer is in that goblet?
It's just a 1 pint thing. Yeah, a 1 pint can.
It does look big though.
Thank you.
That's what she said.
That looks
I
like
know, I
a
was-
30 ouncer.
That's what he said. Absolutely.
That's what cousin Brian said.
Oh,
Cousin Brian.
how is cousin Brian? Is he coming out to Grinkers this year?
He's happier. He got divorced, and I think he was going through a cranky stage, and now he's pretty good. And he's like, oh man, I don't know. He's got to see if the weekend. It's the work is the main thing.
He's going to be at Mancation.
Yes, I think so. In fact, I gotta come in September. I gotta book a room so we can pick the weekend so he doesn't cry again.
Oh, right.
So
right.
because he's got to bid for his vacation in October, and that was the whole issue.
Yep.
So as long as I know they got a room, we can pick a weekend, and like, all right, that's the weekend.
Okay, Dave. Here's what cousin Brian does.
What?
He gets Trent. Have him get a gig at the Vancouver
What's
airport.
that hand salute? You're getting a little. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow.
Nice.
My dentist is very German, so my appointment's at 9.
Oh, you have a
Tell
have a
cousin Brian to get transferred to
you have a
IVR.
30 appointment at 9:00.
No, he's joking.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, it's an uncle joke. I have to start working on these things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Work on the uncle jokes.
Yeah.
Drunk Chris.
How nice, Funkle. It's a
Drunkle.
Funkle.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
drunk.
tell cousin Brian that if he comes to or Grinkfest, we're going to have his divorce party.
His divorce party. I will.
Yeah, you have a bachelor party before you get married. You have a divorce party after. I've been to both. They're about on parallel.
It's all based on if he can get off of work because he can't. Then that's if he can't get the week, he's got to like take a whole week off.
Richie, you know a mutual friend of ours, Jerry from Australia.
I don't just know Jerry. He's like a brother to me.
And most of us here have slept in some way or another with Jerry.
Yep.
We're sharing. A
I'm not
twin
going
bed
into
at
details,
Grinkfest.
but there's been
Yeah, he came out. He came out to see us in
There's things
California.
you know about him. Yep.
Yeah, and we went to the banning thing. I think you were there that year for the. I think you did a Kong off there that year.
Yeah, he was there. And he stayed longer too, right?
Yeah, he stayed.
He stayed a week, right?
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was staying at Griffin's and things. But yeah,
Oh, Jerry.
yeah, Jerry.
Did
Yeah,
he fall down somebody's stairs? What was
yeah,
that?
he fell
story?
down Griffin's stairs.
That's
I saw it.
I fell between the stairs and the
After
wall.
pissing all over himself. Good time.
Planting a foot table. Just he was a wreck that night. That's the all-time GAC award. Like I
Yeah, he's a fun guy to party with.
he was. Yeah.
So Andrew, I don't know if you can present real quick, but I did grab this.
Oh yeah, 100%. There you go.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
Richie's
here.
got his head turned.
All right, so
So as soon as Richie comes back, you can explain the whack
okay.
off.
all right.
Oh, he's got to see it. He's
In the
talking to
meantime,
people.
I
Here he is.
Here he's back. Oh, look.
a special beer here,
Oh,
Strata,
that's cool.
arcade
Nice.
related by Alvarado Street, one of my favorite breweries.
Show him the whack off again, to you
All
guys.
right,
Yeah, I didn't see the whack off. Let me see.
all right, I'm gonna whack off for you real quick. Okay. All right, so
And we're shut down by YouTube. Okay.
special round of marquees.
Love it. Who
We
made
got
that?
Arcade Hangout. That's our group here. and we did the custom marquees that are the same. It fits into an actual Wacko arcade cabinet, and yeah, we did the whack off. So yeah, this will printed those for us.
I got to get one of those. Come on.
Yeah.
I got to get one of those.
I think we only, Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, we did like maybe 30 or 40 of them, something like that.
Well, whoever has them, let's talk, because
there we go.
You know, it's my joke and everything. You know? Come on.
I know. Well, Richie, like, so
this goes back like probably 5 years, Andrew, something like that.
Oh no, dude,
I got to get one.
It was so the thing was like I got a whack off about 4 or 5 years ago. I got a whack off about.
That was probably like 40 years ago.
That was 13.
Nice.
No, so it was 4 or 5 years ago. I got a whack-o, and then I realized I brought it on the show and we talked about it, and then Chris had one, and dude, we realized
one.
We realized we had like 6 of us that had wackos.
Steve at Grinkers had one, yeah,
which was fucking crazy because like we were a group of like 15 people and 6 of us had wackos.
Yeah, that's pretty
very
uncommon game.
Not uncommon game. Yeah, exactly.
And so we started at that time. We were doing at-home tournaments, just playing for scores, just trying to put the best scores we could do.
We had an online scoreboard and everything.
Yeah,
and at some point it was like, holy shit, we have a lot of wackos here in this group. We should definitely do a wacko tournament because we were doing tournaments for crazy games, weird like Hero in the Castle of Doom, and we did a whole bunch of tournaments. Yeah, it's a great game. Yeah. So at some point we're like, well, we should do a wacko tournament, and you brought up Chris, your buddy
Dylan Tron guy.
I was setting up for you. Also had a wacko. Like maybe we could do like film this shit and we can actually do like a wacko tournament. Like, holy fuck. If we're going to do a wacko tournament, what are we going to call it? And so goddamn clear that based on Kong Off, it had to be the whack off.
Mm-hmm.
And that never happened. That was like, so it was a flash in the pan.
Talking about it.
Well, people sold their games. That's why.
We talked about it.
I know, I suck.
I just sold mine. Mine's in California now.
But you get a pretty penny for it, though, I bet.
Yeah.
But last year, and actually,
that's about
Richie, I got some T-shirts. I could probably send you
5K.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Chris, real quick, do you have a chiller in your collection there?
Yes, it's
right behind you there.
But it's got the 440 kit in it, so it plays all the.
That's one of my favorite games to play at Fun Spot there. Sorry, we go back to the.
Nice.
All right, so I do have some leftover T-shirts from the whack off.
Look at this.
Printed by this old game. They're just sitting back here.
I was talking to Rich today.
But there you go.
Rich owes me a lot of. That's nice.
That's a very nice shirt.
So so what size T-shirt do you wear?
Extra large, baby.
I got an extra large right here.
All right.
Right there. We go. XL. All right, I'll set that shit aside, man.
Thank you.
I sent you an email earlier. Reply back to that email if you get it.
Okay.
And I'll fucking send you out a T-shirt, man.
I got it. I was talking to Rich today, and he said this weekend, call me. We can catch up because I haven't spoken to him in a while. So I'm going to ask him to run me off a whack-off marquee because none of you guys are volunteering.
He's got the art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did all that art. I built it off the original wacko because I got a wacko. So I built it off the original artwork, vectorized it, rebuilt the whole thing, and we printed a beautiful marquee as Chris.
Yeah, that thing was awesome. I want that for the wall. Just history. I have on the arcade wall. I have so much like arcade game history on the walls of my place.
Awesome. Yeah.
And sorry, Richie, we haven't actually done a proper introduction for you. Who the fuck are you?
20 minutes in, like, hey, why don't
you world
do you wanna, like maybe just give us a rundown of your bio, like what you've done, who you are, why you're here?
Do it first. Why do I have to do it? Why can't you guys do it?
Yeah, he doesn't know who we are either.
I don't have a memory.
Let's all introduce each other and see how that goes.
Yeah, we're nobody.
We're nobody. We sometimes do the Fun Spot tournament now. We do a thing out in CAC sometimes. GAC does it, and we do Grinkers.
I want to go to Grinkers. I've heard that one is amazing.
Yeah, you have to
come out to Grinkers,
dude.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing.
Yes.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
fun.
you don't have to drink Pepsi. I mean, you can just come out there and
$1 beers.
get some beers.
3 days you'll
In
ever.
a easable, walkable hotel room or Airbnb or wherever the case may be.
Yeah.
I got to get it. Just with my travel has been so insane lately. We're talking about doing another Kong off, this one in Finland now.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! Wow.
Is Jerry go to the Greek Fest this year, or is he? No.
Jerry just pulled the plug.
You're right. Yep, I remember you saying that now. Yep.
It's
Sorry.
fucking sad, dude. He's been on board for a while. He's
going to go for like 4 years in a row now.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll send us a $50 bar tab.
If anybody out there has another 440 kit, I sold my 440 kit. I have a Cheyenne, a beautiful Cheyenne.
Okay.
And somebody had to have the 440 kit, so I'm looking for one. If anybody knows anyone that's selling one.
Cool.
Just the board. I mean, just the kit. I don't need it. I have this working Cheyenne.
I have to think. I know there was like custom chips, right? And that's why that was like kind of. Dokert, or who was the guy who did those?
Not Dockert.
Not Dockert. Doyle, Mike Doyle.
That might have been it.
Yeah, I confuse those two a lot. Doyle, yeah. So the last time I remember, he only did like 2 or 3 batches. And my understanding was there was some custom chips that were discontinued, and he had to have those on the daughter card or whatever to make it work. It seems like someone can definitely, it's just a lot of work, create a mini circuit board that has an FPGA on it or something to emulate that chip. So at some point I can imagine, somebody will figure it out.
I say that whenever I talk to anybody, a new group of collectors I haven't really reached out to in a while, to keep your ears open for me, because I need one. The Cheyenne is great, don't get me wrong. But like someone said before, I'd love to play Chiller again. I'd love to play Whodunit. I actually made a multi-shooter with a joystick positional gun just so I could play Turkey Shoot and all the
I saw that. I saw that in one of your videos. Yeah.
It's cheating because it's so accurate. It is so effing accurate.
Yeah.
I dialed in every single game, and I'm using a Beastbuster gun, but I made it into a positional joystick gun so I can play every game in Maine that is emulated, even Duck Hunt.
Wow.
That's right. I saw a video you did on that. Yeah, that looked badass.
It is. It was perfect. In fact, I bought a little blower. It's about this big, and I have a little, what would you call that? Prototype glass with space in it with feathers in it.
Oh, no.
Just to make the feathers pop up.
The problem is in MAME, they never wrote it into the code, an action for each screen you clear, because after you clean the screen, after you finish a screen and you go to the next one, the fan kicks in and the feathers blow. But in MAME, it doesn't light up a light on your keyboard. It doesn't do any action.
So there's no signal for that.
There's no signal for that. So that's where I'm stuck right now.
Oh, that sucks.
So you actually guys to fix that.
Really? When I saw Richie's, I almost want to say prototype. I mean, it was like, I was looking at it, I was like, why hasn't somebody done this before? That's what I was thinking when you were putting it together. No, but it was really cool, really badass.
How I did it was I used a Microsoft Sidewinder joystick, and they have 2 pots, and it's a plug into a computer. So basically, I was using it to play Paperboy and Star Wars at first. And I would take the computer, I'd project it onto a wall, like say 12 feet wide, and I'd have Star Wars or Paperboy, and I'd have the controller, and I'd just plug it into a Paperboy handlebars, and I'd be able to play Paperboy. And then I took it to the Star Wars controller. I could play Star Wars. Then I said, why wouldn't this work for shooting games? Because like Terminator, perfect example. Terminator is a positional gun, And
it's like almost like a joystick for the aiming, right?
Exactly. And I applied that to MAME, but every game was different. So I had to go into each game and tweak the, where it says in MAME, it tells you like the speed, reverse speed, forward speed, and all that.
Yeah.
In the settings, in the tab, when you hit tab on MAME, I had to go through. And
you have to calibrate everything.
Everyone, but every single one I sat and went through the calibration.
I know your pain.
So accurate.
I'm the only MAME guy here, Richie, so I know your pain.
People joke about about me being an anti-MAME guy, but
we see the sticker right behind you in the background, by
the way. What does that say?
That's right. Own that shit.
Yeah.
That's from Billy. That's just his.
Right.
Oh, well.
Not MAME. Yeah.
That goes on the Donkey Kongs at the Kong off.
Yeah.
So check out these 2 Donkey Kong marquees I just happen to have next to me. Has anybody ever seen one of these?
No.
Weird.
Oh.
Right? Isn't that
No,
weird?
I haven't seen that. No.
I mean, it kind of looks like the cabaret one.
Big though, see? And then I found this one just the other day. Look at this.
Oh,
wow.
That's cool.
What cabinet does that go into?
Yeah.
It was in a Monkey Kong or Monkey Donkey.
But why are the bottom corners notched out?
The way that they set it up is there's another piece of glass that's separate from it, so it has like a 3D effect. So there's this, and then it's almost like a colored, like a layover in Space Invaders on the monitor.
Yeah.
They have that, and then a light behind that, so it's like a 3D image kind of. I'll have to show you a picture of it on the machine. It's really cool.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Wow.
Say, well, I don't know if you can see my Donkey Kong there, but I got a Billy Mitchell signature on my Reb cab.
Where on
What's
there?
that?
You got to tell them the story about the picture, Andrew.
All right, so Billy
What
Mitchell.
what am I holding?
Oh, that's a Heroes and Castle.
Nice.
That's funny.
Richie, I met you.
I'm pretty good at that game, actually.
Yeah, yes, you are. So, Richie, we met at CAX maybe 3 years ago. I ran like a not successful, but a little mini tournament I did there. That was Nintendo. So I had Hero in the Castle of Doom. I had Hunchback, Special Forces, and Superbike. I had those 4 games, and then the remixes. But yeah, we talked briefly there.
I remember. That's what made me go out and get a Hero in the Castle of Doom, because I played yours.
Awesome. That's cool.
That's a
totally
great fucking game.
Truth. That's the reason why I got it, is because I played yours. I liked it.
Nice. Yeah.
And I have the whole kit. As you can see, I got the control panel I haven't put on yet.
Yeah.
I have everything. The only thing I don't have is a bezel, and I don't think they made one.
Bezel does not exist. So I was talking to Kumo Craig about that, because he's the one who sold me his kit. So I have a Heroes kit with a marquee and a control panel, just like yours, and the ROMs. And I've definitely got some DK boards I can throw that into, but there is no bezel. And I thought, how awesome would it be to build?
I think only Special Forces built a bezel.
That's what we were talking about, is making a bezel for it.
Yeah,
Dude, I am 100% on board with building the bezel for that.
Yeah.
It's just that only a few people like ourselves like that game. So
it's like Toki. There'd be like 10 people that buy it, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I don't care. Because I would love to have that bezel.
I wound up selling that machine to Grinkers, but I have a second set of artwork. I do want to try to build one again at some point. Yeah.
It gets a lot of play, believe it or not. It gets a lot of play.
Yeah.
It's a brutal fucking game too.
Yes.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Like, you have to learn the patterns. It really is a lot of pattern recognition and memorization.
So sorry, Andrew, you got to tell the Billy Mitchell story.
Oh yeah. So we had so I live in Denver. So Billy came out. Billy and
Jordan.
Walter, thank you so much. Billy and Walter came out for it was 2 years ago, but they needed a Donkey Kong machine for their booth.
Is that the Rocky Mountain
Pinball Showdown? Yeah. So I offered so the guy Dan who runs that tournament, I offered him my red 5-slot Donkey Kong to put in Billy's booth, and then so I set it up there. He had a Pac-Man, he had and a Donkey Kong, and that was basically all they had in their booth for games. And he'd play it, here and there, but at some point,
it's a chair.
What is the chair?
You need some WD-40 on that.
It's the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I set up my 5-slot Donkey Kong in Billy's booth, and I walked over at some point and I'd met Billy again, the same thing. Like he was at Kong Off 2 and 3 here in Denver, which is where I met you guys in passing. It was very, very like casual, but like, so walked up, talked to them, and I was like, well, hey, Billy, that's my Donkey Kong in your booth. Can we get a picture next to it? And he looked up at me because I'm 6'7". He looks up at me and he's like, yeah, we can take a picture, but I'm going to stand about 3 feet in front of you. So I look much, much bigger in the photograph. And so the photographs I have is like Billy, much smaller head, me in the back, like standing next to the Donkey Kong. And he's like, here's the trick. You always want to be the tall guy. And I'm like, well, I'm always a fucking tall guy. But then actually we went over and we played DK Remix had just come out maybe a year before that, and he hadn't played a whole lot of it. And we went over to John XD. I don't know if you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
I slept at his house.
All right. Well, fuck yeah. You know, so he's a friend of mine. So he lives here in Denver too. So my first fucking game, including that Tron behind me, came from XD. But yeah,
he has a deco system. I've never.
Oh,
seen
he
one
does
ever.
have a beautiful fucking.
I've never
system.
seen that. That's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's in his. Well, it used to be in his basement. I don't know. He moved.
I slept underneath the deco.
I remember when he had like 2 rows of pinball machines in Parker when he first moved in there. Full fucking house. It was like, that was when I bought the Tron. And it was like, there was totally room to sleep above and below all of his pinball machines. And that wasn't even like the room into his arcade. That was just the pins he had. All right. So yeah. So you know John. That's cool. But John had Remix running on one of his machines at the same show. So I got to go over there and show Billy how to play some Remix because I'd had it for a little while longer. That was really cool. Teaching Billy Mitchell how to play Donkey Kong was that was a special moment in my life. Anyway, he signed my marquee, and that's still on my fucking marquee right there. Red Donkey Kong.
Story about him having to appear taller than you. I just made me admire him more. Really,
the fact that
that's awesome.
Like 7 inches shorter than me, needed to be taller.
No, he's 6'5" at least.
No, he is not.
Yeah, I can prove it.
He's not.
Okay, he's wearing like something when he sees.
I'm 6'7". He was way shorter than me.
Hold on. What's 18? I'm sorry. All right, hold on. Let me see.
Right.
Okay, so
he's not 6'5".
If you're looking at one of those cards, all the athletes lie on the cards.
Yeah.
Listen.
Maybe
He's 6'5" and I'm 180 pounds.
Yeah, the basketball cards, they always lied on the height.
Dude, I'm 6'7". I guarantee I looked way the fuck down on him.
All right, hold on, and I'll tell you why. We were in Australia, and he was standing next to a pole that measures the kangaroos because the kangaroos can get up to 8 feet. So we had him stand next to the kangaroo and the pole, and that's what the picture I'm looking for, so we can be sure.
Oh, Richie, I would love to put my arm over the top of Billy's head. I am way taller than he is.
All right, that's it. Billy.
Okay, here we go.
Grinkers too.
All right, he is. Well, of course they go by meters, so let's.
I'll translate.
Oh, we got a Canadian here.
Okay, 6.6 feet, and you could just see the top of it. So he's 6'4", and I don't know if you guys could see that, but there's the picture.
6'4". He was a lot shorter than I was. I'm 6'7".
You were 6'9" that day, Andrew. Apparently,
I say he's 6'4".
He had a step like 3 feet in front of me to be even remotely taller than me.
But that sign could be not accurate.
This is not an important part of the story. The important part of the story is it was hilarious, and yeah, we had a good time. I got some great photos. Dude, I could send you some pictures. You'll see that he's standing way to the side of his head. The size of his head is much bigger, and mine's so much taller.
Yes,
just to make him a little bit taller than me.
His head is actually 3 inches larger than anybody else's head.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
They're measuring to the top of his hair, right? Like,
Dude, God.
Blow dry it up a few more extra inches.
It does, yeah.
And
But then again, Andrew doesn't mention that he was wearing stilettos.
He might have been.
Yeah.
I wasn't because. But dude, like I'm a fucking huge Richie fan or a huge Billy fan. Like dude.
I liked you better about 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. I know. I'm a huge fan of both of you, but like I've met Billy more personally. We chatted, we hung out, and dude, I fucking loved it. I remember watching that guy, and he signed every fucking thing that someone pushed at him. He took every fucking selfie that someone wanted. He's a perfect ambassador for this fucking hobby. I respect the fuck out of that dude.
As an ambassador for the hobby, yes, I agree.
Well, he's legit though. I mean,
he can fucking play.
Dude. He can fucking play. Yeah.
Oh, he can beat my ass Donkey Kong hands down with one arm tied behind his back and one nut tied behind his butt.
I have tremendous respect. Just that's the reason why that marquee still sits on my fucking Donkey Kong.
So Richie, there was I remember your post on Twitter where you talked about some asshat was like going off about the Kong off and saying, you know, why this, why that, and da 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 da. And I think you handled it awesomely, where you just like flat out went, well, I didn't know either, but hey, you know, he is good at what he does, and he deserves to win. He does. And I brought that up on the show that, like, I mean, he's a good player, and you know, I'm sure he gets flown out to events because I mean, he is an arcade celebrity.
Yeah, well, the King of Kong made him and Walter superstars, where everybody else is in their wake because that just so happened to be the movie that really went somewhere. It really blew up.
A lot of people saw that movie.
Yeah, it blew up. So that's what makes him and Walter such superstars. But people think that I get insulted whenever anyone brings up the fact that Bill cheated or whatever. I don't know if he cheated or not. I'm just friends with the guy. I'm not one of those guys that gets angry about people bad-mouthing him. So please don't think that I'm sitting here trumpeting, you know, I'm not one of his, what do they call them, stans? I'm not a Billy stan. I'm, you know what a stan is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a friend of his that just has his back.
No, and again, no one should disrespect the fact, like, if anyone has ever seen him play, dude, that fucking dude can play the shit out of those games.
And he's also
somebody said he cheated, and I'm like, how did he cheat if he's on the same machines you guys are on? I mean, granted, yeah, he got to stay on a machine, but it's a legit machine. How can you say he cheated? You know,
right, here's the whole take on all that. In the U.S., we're allowed to. You get your own machine and you play on it all day long. Okay. In Australia, they don't have enough machines. So after you play one game, you're supposed to step back and let the guy behind you play. Bill sat at his machine and never got up once and let anybody else play, which is a problem. All right. I mentioned it to Jimmy, the guy who was I was able to compete because I was there to MC. It wasn't my place to make rules. So Bill did that, but in the end, it wound up hurting him because by coming in second place, he had to play all of the best players. Okay, sure. He had to face me first, and of course, he's going to beat me, and that was his one easy ride. But everybody else, Andrew Barrow, had to play him, had to play Shane Saul, had to play his son, who was, you know, really starting to kill it because he plays so much. So it's not like he faced less intense competitors. He faced all the hardest competitors. So in the end, it really was a harder thing for him to have to overcome. But he was on fire that weekend. He did really well.
Yeah, and there was some other issue with him streaming the event from his channel, and you made a comment about that too.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. Of course, I would like to have those hits. But according to Billy Jr., the guys there asked him if they could use his.
See, and yeah, there's
so much hits.
There's a reason.
And again, I didn't get that answer until after the fact.
Yeah.
But it wasn't up to me to make the rules. I was there to bring personality and a loud mouth to get everybody going. And that's basically what I did.
You know, Billy was flown out as like a guest, right? I mean,
Yes.
I mean, should he get his own machine as far as just because he was there as sort of the one of the celebrities of the show?
I don't think so. I think he should have been forced to get up after every game he played and allow someone else to get behind him.
Now, did he know that was the rule in Australia?
You know what? I don't know that. I don't know.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Here is the part that really gave him a bad run, and he faced it. Was in our contest, you pick your cabinet, and at the end, I slave labor everybody's machine over. So if somebody likes number 1 and number 10, I'll move number 10 and number 1 over right next to each other to face off in the finals. What they do is the leader picks his machine, and the second place guy's got to pick either machine on either left or right of him.
Oh,
Shane picked his machine.
Okay.
Billy had to play on a machine that he had never played on, and both of them had bad monitors. Both of them, the monitors were not good. So Billy put up a fight. Billy put up a fight. Once Jimmy came over and said, "This is the rules. You're going to have to face them," he stopped and he said, "Okay, I'll do it. I'm not going to win, but let's do it." And he played on the shitty machine. He wound up winning.
Yep.
But his buddy Neil did make a stink. And then finally, we had to tell Stink. We had to tell Neil.
That's his new name.
Yeah, Stink. I'll call him that. So we had to tell Neil to let it go. Just let it go. And in the end, it wound up being Shane broke down. He told me it was the nerves, it was stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's where that goes. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Great story. Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, who else has got questions for Richie? I mean, like, dude, you just did a walkthrough on your arcade, which was fucking amazing.
You know another fellow friend of ours, Delusional. Yeah, he's going to be on here. He said he's coming to your place or something. I don't know. Are you at your arcade right now? Are you in the back room or something?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, okay.
I took off a couple of days.
Don't go there, Delusional.
If you look in the background, my daughter is over there playing Xbox. I do have my own Space Invaders machine in my room.
Nice.
And then I have this other thing here. Here, check this out.
Keep talking. Fuck, where'd he go?
I'm right here.
I can see him.
I know.
So I just got this, which I'm going to turn into a space laser. But I don't know. My computer's hooked up. Sorry, but
no, we can see you.
Yeah, we're good.
So that's one of the Space Invaders multi-game.
Yeah, one of the clone type things. But this is what I was trying to show you. I don't know if you can see it. That right there.
The cocktail.
The cocktail?
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's mint. It's like there's not a scratch on that thing. The glass is perfect. And that is a Tato Space Invaders cocktail.
Ooh,
nice.
And I just got that. And I'm going to take out the board and put the board away. And I'm going to put a space laser in that where you can play head-to-head.
Oh,
awesome. I love that fucking version of Space Invaders.
I didn't even know there was a cocktail Space Invaders, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything's in Japanese.
Yeah, Grinkers had a version of the versus Space Invaders. That's fucking amazing.
I used to have a Space Invaders.
So fun.
Actually, it had the like lever. There was like a left-right lever instead of 2 buttons. I'm like, does it really save that? It doesn't save any space. Why are they doing the lever? I don't know.
Yeah, I have that control panel and I have the 2 buttons because they only made a few 2-button ones for Tato. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the background.
Yeah,
I can see it.
But I also have the one that came with it had a joystick.
Nice.
Okay.
I can't play with a joystick.
No, you got to play the buttons.
I can only do
that's the old school.
Yeah,
I want to say like the artwork on the top of my cocktail table, they were kind of like yellow arrows, kind of pointing each direction on each side. That's the one I had a few years back.
These came out pretty cool, right?
That's awesome. Those mouse pads?
Posters or what?
I didn't see those.
What is that?
Mouse pads.
Giant. Those are for like pitchers, mugs, beers, coasters.
No.
Huge. Yes. Nice. That's awesome.
Dude, Richie, we got to get you out of Grinkers and we got to get you to sponsor some of that shit. Just like show some shit you got and what you're doing and what you're working on, and get you out there to Grinkers, because
I'd love to. And
he's got 300 plus games that are in amazing shape. It's like
I would love to go,
but it fucking works.
The whole problem
everything
is
fun spot.
The whole problem is I don't think they have a budget to fly people in, and I just don't have the funds to be flying everywhere. So that's why I said it. If they could ever put me up or fly me out, I'd work it out. Just the whole thing. And you guys know when you fly out to an event and with the hotel, you're talking $1,000.
Yeah.
And right now, I just don't have $1,000 to burn.
Yep.
No, we hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a thing that we've been putting on for the last few years. It's not about. I mean, none of us take home any money. The whole point of the event is to reach $0. So it's not about spending money. It's about just going out for the event to just enjoy an arcade event that's like just done proper.
It's like a party.
Whoever's the guy's butt I gotta kiss, let them know that it's an event that I've been wanting to go for the last 5 years.
So you've heard about it.
Oh my god!
That's us.
Everybody.
That's our. Now it's our event. It used to be John Jacobson's event.
Yeah, everybody loves Grinkers.
Yeah.
So you've heard it from.
That is the arcade event of the year.
Yeah. For us, it is.
No, I'm pretty sure most people will agree that that is the arcade event of the year. I mean, CAX is amazing, but while CAX has maybe more games, Steve has the most amazing games, all working.
Nice condition.
300.
What city is it in?
Idaho. It's Boise.
Eagle.
Boise. Just say Boise.
Flying to Boise.
Yes, it's Eagle. Proper, it's Eagle, but the rest of the world, it's Boise.
Boise, yeah.
When is it coming up? When is it?
October 12th and 13th. 11th.
Oh wow, we're too short for this year.
Yeah,
well, next year.
But
what?
I mean, seriously, it's an amazing event. Fuck, man. It'd be cool as hell to have you out.
It's my favorite event of the year. It's my favorite event of the year.
Yeah, it gets bigger every year. Yeah.
Let me see what airfare is. Am I able to get a hotel? Can you guys get me a hotel?
We'll find you an Airbnb or something.
Yeah.
You can find me a place to stay. I'll look into airfare.
Yeah, it's airfare is a pain in the ass to get there, but you don't spend money at the establishment because he gets dollar beers, sandwiches at half price.
And people buy you beers too.
It's so cheap to be there, and
they're putting it on your tab, and at the end of 3 days you pay. And people are
all the food is half off too.
Yeah, they're like
you totally
like this was $70 for 3 days.
No, we're breaking a bunch of shit here, but yeah.
But trust me, the word on the street is you guys are doing a great job.
Hey, thanks.
That's good.
No, that's a big deal, dude. I appreciate you hearing.
I'm impressed that he's even heard of it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this shit for 7 years.
This is the 7th year, yeah.
Oh. This is Grinker 7, so
yeah. A lot of people. That's probably the show that most people say to me, "We need you to be there. Why aren't you going to the Grinkers?" Out of all of them,
dude, and most of us make this is like our vacation time of the year. Like a lot of us, is like
my only vacation of the year.
I'm actually really disappointed I can't make it this year. It's like one of my I'm so bummed about that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
who's going to take down Buffett? Who's going to take down Buffett if you don't go, Leo?
Does Buffett, right?
I can't take down Buffett. Fucking.
You know who Buffett is, right?
No. The arcade buffet. He
Mike.
He does the monitors. He was in
the Nibbler movie, the
Man with the Snake. He was the guy fixing the games.
Yes.
Big beard.
And he got called
Let's
out.
not be too descriptive for him.
I know. He's been on this show, but like.
Do you know?
And it looks
the
fantastic.
Shots in the Nibbler movie, all of the older shots. That was all I recreated. All that was all my stuff.
Wait.
I redid the original Twin Galaxies arcade. There's a one shot when there's train tracks down and it zooms in on the back of Tim McVeigh. That was one of my interns.
Really?
Wait, Tim McVeigh?
No. Let's fuck up Man versus Snake.
What
the fuck? Break that shit down. You just said that you were like faking shots in that movie.
In that movie, they needed me to recreate the original Twin Galaxies arcade.
Yeah.
So I got all the original games at the Twin Galaxies arcade. I made that huge banner.
Yeah.
That's like from outer space, and I lined up the nibbler at the end, and all those shots that look like pristine, the games look brand new. That's all recreated in my arcade.
Holy shit!
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
That movie's a lie.
You liar!
I don't know if you guys know, but at
dude,
the
that's
end
fucking
of the movie,
amazing.
when he's in a racing car, that's my song playing. The song that I wrote a song called "Man vs. Snake" just for the movie.
Oh, really?
Funny.
That's awesome.
That's fucking amazing. I mean, I love that movie too. That's such a great movie.
Yeah.
So we know you've met Mike. I mean, you know.
Yeah, he's the one who put the two games together for them at that event where they're.
And then the thing slipped, and then went off.
Wait, I know an inside thing that.
All right, tell us the bullshit.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Without telling that Mike guy, Dwayne took that guy's board out and put his in and replaced without telling anyone because it was faster. And when he put his in, he didn't prop it up properly. He
and
just
then it slipped.
plugged it in
He's
and
kind of
went
laying it up
and
against
then
the side
it fell out of the cabinet, and that's what happened with the game.
Yep.
Because
That
didn't
wasn't-
he?
that
Wait.
wasn't-
Let's
that
hear
was
some
not that
Dwayne
guy
stories.
Mike's fault. That was not his fault.
No, wait.
Dwayne put his own game in that game.
Let's
Oh,
hear
that's
some
fucked
Dwayne
up.
stories.
Dwayne.
Let's break down Dwayne. What the
Is
fuck,
Dwayne still around? I haven't seen him.
Here's the first Dwayne story I could think of.
dude? Fucking nail it.
Yeah, before I was friends with Billy and Walter, I was more part of the Fun Spot clique.
Yeah.
And
okay.
everybody was coming to my arcade from, like, even Gary Vincent drove down from Fun Spot and came to my arcade.
Oh, I love fucking Gary. Gary's
the best.
Dude,
He's so
fucking
great.
Gary's amazing.
I love Gary. Yeah.
Different times he came down to my arcade. As soon as I became friends with Billy and Walter, they dropped me like they don't even want to be friends with me anymore.
What?
Really?
And as much as you guys are loving Gary, Gary is a puppet, and Mike Stuhler has his hand up his ass.
Wait,
Oh,
shit. Who's got their hand up?
Mike Stuhler, the other guy in AK, he shipped his hand up Gary's ass, and he makes his mouth move.
No.
Up until that point, I loved Gary. But as soon as I became friends with Billy and Walter, he wouldn't even talk to me
So it
anymore.
sounds like he was influenced by the dark side, we'll say.
Someone's got their fingers up someone's butt, dude.
I'm just saying he's being a puppet to Mike Stuhler is what I'm saying.
Wait, who's Mike Stuhler?
Mike Stuhler was the fat guy that's always on the computer that turned every single Laserdisc game FunSpot has into Daphne.
And the Daphne shit, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that took
But, like-
all the guts out and turned everything into a computer.
All right, so fuck him for that part, because like,
Yeah.
fuck you. Right, this is Dragon Slayer right behind Circus Charlie right there. You can't see it,
But just to say, up until that point, Gary was one of my favorite people ever. I
But, like-
spent the night at his house too. I slept over at his house.
well, what's his fucking agenda?
I just think, just like Billy just went back to FunSpot to recreate his Perfect Pac-Man again.
Yeah.
Gary took those 2 days off. He wouldn't even be there.
Weird.
Oh,
He wouldn't even be in the room because he hates Billy so much.
oh,
So
fuck.
just
Weird.
because he hates Billy, now he, you know,
Guilt with association.
it was one
Fuck
of those.
you!
There you go.
I have no interest whatsoever, like as a Grinkers,
I love that
hangout
soundbite.
person. Like I have no interest in the politics of this fucking hobby.
Yeah,
I just want fucking good players to do their fucking best and like
Yeah.
fucking be good people.
So back
Yes.
to Dwayne. So back to
Dwayne, who is an
I knew-
interesting character.
So I knew Dwayne from Gary Vincent and Mike
All right.
Stuhler. That's how I met him.
All right.
And this is before I knew Billy or Walter. So Mark
You knew
Alpiger,
Dwayne before Billy.
before I met Billy.
All right.
So Mark Alpiger, the King of Kong comes out. And Mark Alpiger asked me if I'll
Yeah.
do the classic arcade gaming contest at my place. So I said, yeah, we'll do it. So Donald Hayes came, David Nelson came. I mean, all the big name, the Crams, both of the Crams came. All of the big name,
Yeah, fucking Don.
really
Hayes.
good arcade players
Yeah.
came to New Jersey and played at this contest. Well, Dwayne came, and what I heard is he drove from Canada But Western Canada,
It would be like 22 hours.
all the way to my place.
Yeah.
So Mark Alpiker said, Dwayne's banned. He's not allowed in the contest.
Oh, shit.
And I said, I don't know, Dwayne. It's my arcade. If I say he can come in, he can come in. And Mark's like, no, he's not allowed in. He did this and he threatened me on the internet, blah, blah, blah. And I said, after being with Mark for about 4 hours, I said, I want to kill you. So I can imagine why he wanted to kill you. So I let Dwayne in. So he's in, and the smell that followed him into my arcade was so rank that I turned to him and I said, can you please go back to your hotel room and take... He's like, I don't have a hotel room.
Oh, no.
Like, where do you
Does that sound familiar, anyone?
Where do you plan on staying? And he said, I'm going to sleep in my car. And I said, well, I'm not letting you in the arcade smelling this way. I gave him $100 and said, go get a room and take an effing shower.
No way.
After you take a shower, I will give you the smell test. And then I'll let you in.
About
if
his
you don't
clothes
take
are
it.
probably stink.
And
Wow.
somebody gave him a t-shirt. I forget who it was. Someone gave him a t-shirt. And he went back, he showered, he came back, and he smelled better.
Wow. Acceptable.
And then we became friends.
Well, Richie,
Wow.
Wait, so what year was this?
Oh my God! Before. Okay, so the King of Kong just came
Was
out.
this like 2005, 2000?
Yeah, 2005, 2006.
Yeah. All right.
The movie was not in the theaters yet, but it was about to. There was a buzz
Right.
going on.
There was a long
fuck.
wait for that movie too. I remember.
Yeah.
so Richie, you have to admit though, a lot of these high score, like guys that are like virtuosos at playing games, they're on the spectrum. So it's like they're either like, you know, crazy psycho, I don't want them near my family, or like super geniuses. You know, they're like, or both, right?
I never forgot what Kaylin told me when I first got into this hobby. Kaylin goes, you know what, Steve? Everybody's a little weird in this hobby.
Especially.
How's that worked out for you, Mark?
Yeah, I guess I'm a little weird.
I swear, okay, so I'm not knocking anybody on the East Coast, but I when I've been to Fun Spot the 2 times I've been, I'm like, there must be something in the water out here or something. Like the players here, it's a different scene. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Or like
what was that about the East Coast?
Wow.
Like the high score guys, I'm saying, like the ones that are like,
oh, I'm not high
super
score.
high score players.
Oh,
not
I'm not
just
even
like
close to that.
every
Okay.
person in general.
My
I'm saying
ex-wife.
high score people.
It wasn't us, Leo.
My
Yeah,
ex-wife,
clearly not. He said,
Yes, no, you guys aren't even close. You guys are on the other end of the spectrum, dumbass.
absolutely.
Oh,
Brian Koo,
I love you
Ryan-
guys. You know that, right?
Oh, is he talking about Brian Koo?
Brian Koo,
Oh,
and
shit.
David Nelson, and at the time the red-haired guy Tom Vodova. They
Yeah.
invited my ex-wife, wife at the time, and I to stay with them in one of their cabins. And
Was this a Fun Spot?
Which
Yeah.
cabin? We know them all.
Yeah.
one of the cabins, and we stayed there. It took about 45 minutes before my wife turns to me and said, get me out of this room. These people are creeps.
Well,
I don't care if the hotel. I don't care if the
fair.
hotel room. I don't
Yeah.
care if the hotel room's $300. We're leaving and we're getting a hotel room.
Oh,
Jake,
wow.
And
As
as we're
food,
leaving,
Brian Koo would have been completely cool. Don't worry. All right.
as we're leaving,
He just wants your snacks.
as we're leaving, I yelled goodbye to Brian Koo, and someone said he's too busy. He's playing the Ladybug Cabaret.
Oh, the fucking ladybug.
Nice.
Was it the one during the Kong off? Like the King of
movie,
Kong?
filming the movie?
Oh, I don't know. He just was too rude to say goodbye because he was
Oh,
really
Jesus.
deep into a game of Ladybug.
Yeah.
Well,
We've got a few Brian Koo stories on our side.
I do, yeah.
That's not.
However, I
that
think
guy up. I can't back out of here. Oh God.
I think
Let's not talk
our
about him.
best Fun Spot story is definitely the one where we brought an eyes cabinet into Jim and my cabinet,
Oh yeah, to recreate. There was a million people in
and
that
we
cabin.
had 60, 70 people in a fucking Fun Spot
If
cabinet.
there was a fire there,
That's
it was
wild.
gonna be.
Oh my
massive.
god, dude, it was fucking nightmare.
And I think I dropped a big deuce in the cabin.
Dude, Dude,
jeez.
The next morning, and I'm sure
No, no one says, Dave, are you sure that was you?
The next morning, it looked like 20 guys just stood in the middle of the fucking bathroom and just spun around like a fucking sprinkler.
Yeah.
There was piss on every horizontal and vertical surface in that bathroom.
Wow.
That cabin at Nassau was fucked. And the poor women who came in the next morning, I felt so bad for them. And they're just like, no big deal.
I'm pretty sure,
we have bikers. We have bikers coming in next week. It's all good. You guys are
trust me. Yeah, we've seen Biker Week. Yeah, you haven't tried to like. Yeah, they've seen
like the Hell's Angels or something.
Yeah.
So just anyone with a motorcycle is just like, let's go to New Hampshire to Nassau.
I know.
Let's go to.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run into the other room and look for some scotch. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go get a beer.
You guys are all drinking. I'm gonna
Keep
go
it
get
going.
some scotch.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a beer.
All right. Let's take a little break.
Hey, when he comes back, because he doesn't know who we are, we should like go through just a 2-second intro, like where you live and what your name is.
I probably should not mention the fun spot tournament that I run. I don't know, just maybe.
No, you should.
No, he don't give. He's cool as shit.
Charge that, dude. You're the fun spot guy now.
We can talk about anything. He said I asked him on the phone today. He's like, no, it's all good. But he doesn't know who we are. I never met him, and he doesn't remember where everybody lives. And
so dare I ask the Johnny story with Richie?
Dude, fucking break down.
Go for it.
Why not?
All right.
What's the Johnny story?
I've heard stories. I will see his perspective.
Wait for it.
Johnny, you're talking Johnny Jacobson, or
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm curious. Alcohol probably involved.
Is this a fun spot story?
No.
Did he punch him in the dick?
Well, we should introduce ourselves.
Maybe.
Now, we didn't even talk about who Richie Knuckles is or anything. I guess people just should know.
I tried to.
I don't know if they should or not. But
tried to do that.
I don't want to do the intro because I might fuck it up. I don't know all.
You're in charge.
So
do
it. That's on him. That's when I was like, we could all introduce each other. It'd be fun to watch.
Let Andrew do it. It's not like he's been drinking.
You actually don't even have to.
I've been drinking too.
What do you mean?
Don't have to introduce Richie Knuckles. You can just introduce yourself.
Are you asking me to
know who Richie
I'll
Knuckles
shut the
is?
fuck up.
We're already an hour into this show. An hour and 20 minutes.
Hour
and 20 minutes. Yeah, so it's like fuck it.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, Jim. Am I talking too much?
No, you're feeling great. I feel like I missed like 3 hours of the show. Though.
Or Jim.
Yeah, well, he came in really late, Jim.
Jim's been so silent. Why doesn't Jim introduce himself and then we'll go on to everyone else so Richie knows who Jim is because he got here.
Let's do.
I got here half an hour late. It feels like I missed 3 hours.
Well, you better shoot down some water.
I've been here the whole time, and I feel like I missed something.
Nah,
I went to get a beer. I'm like, wait, he did. Like, what happened?
I did enough of that on Saturday.
Richie, we're having a tough time here because like we're not sure if you even know who the fuck you're talking to. And
I know Dave McDonald
because I talked to him on the phone.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I know him.
That will be his. So his handle is Dave
from Buffalo. So a lot of people don't even know.
All right, Richie, what are you drinking?
Bookers. This is the
Jim
Beam.
I thought I said fuckers. Okay, never mind.
I heard hookers.
Yeah,
Jim, it's made by Jim Beam.
And the grandson, used to only make this for his friends, and then they made it out. And it's what does that say? 100 and something proof. What does it say?
Hookers as opposed to dead hookers.
Nice glasses.
130 proof.
Jesus.
Sip that. You better sip it.
Somebody get lit.
All right, sip that thing with over ice.
Sign. Oh my goodness.
All right, so Richie, I think we just
tell you about Dave real quick. So because you knew his name, so you know Fire Escape, right? The game.
Yes, Dave had a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, okay, Dave, so you know some backstory about
it's a secret.
Yeah, secret for like a year and a half. Yeah.
Dave from the Game Vault, Dave Balsamini, he had 2 of them. And I said, where did you get these? And he said, oh, some guy sold me both of them. I was so jealous. All right.
So you know Dave is. I'll help out. I'll go down the list of people.
Yeah, go around the room.
Bodini, introduce yourself.
No.
No.
Where you're from?
I refuse. Yeah, I don't wanna.
face.
All right, so Jim, we'll do it for him. So Jim is the current
forms.
From like buttfuck Minnesota somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's the technical name. All right.
Yes. So, Richie, I think you really need to look it up. Dinky Flicks on YouTube to see some of his videos. Super impressive the way he breaks down gameplay and stuff. So,
and right now he's currently working on beating Toki.
Right.
That's
talk about Jim's he's accolades.
World record.
Has a world record.
He does
on games that no one cares about. It's amazing.
Which guy?
I'll say,
Tim Bodini.
I've seen, a couple dozen or so videos where people do gameplay and break down stuff, but no one had. I mean, honestly, I'm kissing your ass, but no one has done the level of detail you've done, to break down the gameplay and
all for my 50 views I get on my videos.
Yeah. So Richie, I'll just
the of the machine and the game.
Yeah.
Play. It's just amazing.
But on top of that, Jim Bodini has videos showing him playing Eyes. I don't know if you know Eyes that well, but he rocks at Eyes and can play it for how many hours, Jim?
The longest was just under 4 hours. That's not I have a video of it, but it's not yeah.
All right, so your current world record on Eyes, which you own the world record for Eyes. So what is your current
26 mil.
26
That's yeah, they actually who posted the galloping, that was Gleek posted that galloping ghost video.
Yeah.
Or video
picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jimbo Genie, our very own Jimbo Genie, is a current world record holder on Eyes.
And verified.
No one cares about.
Can anyone else say that? Richie?
But not everybody can say that, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
No one else here can say that.
Wait,
right.
maybe my 22 mil on Fire Escape might be...
Hey, that's a valid point.
We're talking about Jim, and Jim's a fucking world record holder proper.
Yes.
I got so much ass after I got that world record.
Pussy magnet.
Jimbo, apparently you got the record at Galloping Ghost a year before you were born or something like that.
No, 7 months after I was born.
After you were born, yeah. So
I couldn't speak yet, but I was able to play Eyes.
Yeah, Galloping Ghost shows it as 1983, but it was actually
when the previous world record was the 23 million that was on Twin Galaxies, I think. Yeah.
So they just didn't update the actual year, right?
Right. They got my name right. They
Gleek just posted a picture that shows world record with one of your scores. In the IRC chat we have
James Dindorf, 26,152,650.
So Rich, get that. Remember?
Yeah. So Richie, we run a IRC chat so we can have it uncensored from the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
So we can post links to anything.
Andrew, you remember that though? I almost didn't. I was on my last life at
world records.
Last life at 15 million, and somehow, I had been cursed because that was my third.
Yeah, you watch Clint go through the nightmare.
I'm so many times. I mean, he did CAX twice, and then that, and I'm if I don't do it, I'm gonna have to just give Clint some money just for
bribing the referee just to watch you. It's I'll put out a real score. Just keep watching.
Yeah.
Buying you sandwiches or whatever at Grinkers.
Yeah.
While he has the double can, the 2 cans in the hat too.
Yeah.
At the
speaking of which, Crafty informed me today. I was private messaging him. Crafty Mech, he did the bit kit. If anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah, Richie, do you have a bit kit yet?
What is that?
So it's an FPGA multi that does a bunch of obscure games, a lot of Cola stuff,
Fantasy,
Nibbler,
Eyes,
Alpine
Ski, I think.
It's a ton. There's over 20 games that are supported.
Tim McVeigh.
I'll have to look into that.
Tim McVeigh kind of verified.
It's real reasonable. It's $150.
Tim McVeigh should change his name. I'm just going to throw it out there.
What Chris was saying, so Tim McVeigh signed off on the emulation for this board. It's so tight and good that it plays Nibbler perfect.
Same with Eyes.
And Eyes.
Not
Yep.
not the shitty 412 and 1 boards where it's like the music's
It's
all
not
over it.
emulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. It's FPGA. It's hardware emulation. Yeah.
Yes.
I have
Not software.
Eyes, I have Warp, and I have Nibbler. So,
Oh, Warp's good. Yep.
So
Yep.
I guess the Eyes cabinet, I could put one of those thing in. That you're talking about.
That's
100%,
how
yeah.
mine is behind me. Yeah.
So the point was to introduce like who you're talking to. So here's Jim. Jim Bodini is a proper fucking world. He's our only proper world record holder.
No, you got a world record thing too.
I do not have a recognized world record.
Well, I think you could though.
No, I am a contender, but Jim Bodini is our only proper recognized record holder. He is fucking champ. Period. So let's move on. Talk about who else. Mock.
All right, so
Go.
Mock, so
Who are you?
3, 2, 1, go.
where are you located?
My arcade machines are in this room. Yeah, I'm just
300 of them.
So, all right, Mock, I will do some highlights for you. So you
Okay.
Mock.
Southern California, located kind of near San Diego, San Marcos. Is that right? And
San Marcos. Richie, we have a mutual friend, Keith Elliott. Yeah. So
And
he's
one
supposed to
more-
be on the show tonight. I don't know where he is.
so you
Put his
Richie,
daughter to bed.
here on the Castle of Doom having a proper art bezel. Well, Mock did a proper art bezel for Toki.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're familiar with the game Toki, you need to play that.
What? Okay, you got to check out Jim Bodini's
Bodini has a
stream.
video going into play on
Fuck, I got so lit.
So Toki is an awesome game.
It's an early platformer for arcades,
but it's also more of a shooter kind of too.
It's like a hybrid. Like I was talking about it when I was streaming it, but I'm like, they could totally just make this into a scrolling shooter where you're a monkey spitting fireballs. Because if you look at like the second stage when you're swimming, like that's totally what it is.
Oh, that's a shooter. Yeah, at that point. Mm-hmm.
So Mark, I would say, like that was one of your recent, things that was pretty awesome to the community.
That artwork turned out fabulous.
This
And
is
other than
artwork.
that,
And
you're a pinball guy with a main machine.
I have 3 pinball
you got
machines.
Robotron.
I got a Robotron. I have a few things, but
Yes.
yeah. So
And you've been around for a long time too. Yeah.
been around for a while, but yeah, I don't have a big as collection as I'd like, but I make it up like Richie does with some MAME games.
Yeah, you have more than any of us. You have
Yeah, I got more games than all you guys.
All right, so let's go on to Carrie. So Carrie is in Northern California, Bay Area, right?
Yep. Richie and I go way back because he sent me a friend request on Facebook.
Same here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like,
I like his stuff a lot.
friend request, right?
Especially ones with his daughter.
Oh, by the way, Richie posted this post back when Queen was big, where Richie and his daughter were singing Queen songs. I thought that was the coolest thing. It's like, oh, yeah, Faithy's pretty cool.
Faithy.
Is she still playing arcade games at your arcade and stuff? Is she still up there? Oh, there she is. Hey. What is she currently playing right now in your arcade?
Nibbler. She just broke 100,000.
She's still playing it. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's the next contender.
Yep.
I'm like a 60,000 player.
Yeah, she's actually really good at games, though. I've seen her play a few. That Richie's put a few videos up, and
She was brought up in the proper environment.
yeah, she's good.
That movie it was going to be called No Princess in the Castle, and they changed the name recently. She's in it.
Oh, Dave's movie. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. Well, it's not Dave's anymore. Now it's Eric Tesler's and Natalie's.
Oh, I know. I know Eric. Yeah.
Dave backed out. But Faithy's in that when she was like 8.
Wow.
And
Oh my gosh.
She has a lot of good scenes. There's some really funny stuff.
Yeah, that movie's gone through editing hell. I know.
Yeah.
I hope it comes out someday. There's a lot of footage they have. They just got to edit it.
Yep.
They just wrapped production on Bill and Ted 3. I saw.
This movie's 4 years in the making, at least.
Oh God, I don't know. It's a long time.
Carrie, I think the first time we met her was at NASWA. We were talking about NASWA earlier, right? So it was an event there that was being put on, BroFest.
Was it the first one, Carrie? Yes.
Yeah, and that oh no, I don't think it was the first. I don't think it was the first bro.
I think it was. Yeah, I remember.
Was it really? Wow.
I kind of barely met you there. I think that was your first trip.
Because you came late, right? If I remember correctly.
2015.
That was. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, exactly. That was before I actually owned any games, and it didn't take much.
And Carrie has like the ultimate Midas touch to finding games. I mean, she's like, oh yeah, I like these vector games. They're really cool. You know, in a matter of 6 months, she had like 3 home use only vector.
Boobs will get you a long ways.
Oh Jesus!
Well,
yeah, I think okay. None of the rest of us said that. That was you, Jimbo. You're all.
I've said it. I've said it before, and I stand by it.
Although a lot of I'll make deals for stuff, and it's all email. And when I show up, people are like, "There's like I had one guy."
Where's your boyfriend?
Who was I talking to?
Standing outside looking for the person who was coming to get the game, and I'm like making eye contact. I'm smiling. I'm like, and they're still looking over.
Where's the man who wears the pants?
Some of these game gets that Carrie's gotten. I've heard stories. I'm like, she's got bigger balls than any of the rest of us. Some sketchy scenes.
Yeah, that was a sketchy one.
Sometimes she knocks us off our chairs.
Yeah, right.
Just once. That was just one time. It was iRobot.
Yeah.
Because that was not supposed to fucking happen.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Carrie picked up like was it a Gravatar that was like mint? And a reactor that was mint.
Well, and the gyrus was like a
well, it was. I got 2. They weren't mint, but they were 2 home use only Gravatars. One which I hooked up to friends,
that's still rare that you get that.
Yeah, and then
home use only arcade.
I got a deal on the
Where do you live?
I live in the San Francisco Bay Area.
You friends with the Livinochis?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
High scores.
Oh,
arcade?
you know, I've been over there. They're over in the East Bay, so it's just a little bit of a schlep. So I've been there, but I don't think that they were there at the time. So I actually have not met them, to my knowledge.
They started their first arcade right up the road from me. I helped them out and get started. They were about a half an hour from me in New Jersey, and then they packed up shop and moved to San Francisco. And I hear they got 2 places now over there.
Is that the pinball place?
No, it's called
High Scores.
Oh, High Scores. Okay.
Yeah, I had heard that. I have to say, I rarely make it over to the East Bay because anytime
I met them just briefly a few years ago. They bought a couple games off me at CAX maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, that's a bit of a drive for me, but yeah. So yes, in Carrie, in a matter of like 2 years, you have a collection that like most of us we don't even get in 10 years. You know,
I've been really lucky. I have got, living in Silicon Valley definitely helps. And a willingness to drop everything and go drive for 4 or 5 hours on a drop of a hat also helps. I mean, assuming I'm not working. So yeah, no, but I've definitely gotten lucky, and I love my collection. I'm really fortunate. Just I like the.
Carrie has a garage full of games.
Yeah. So I have a handful in the house.
And so does Gak.
Yeah, you can't see Carrie's games.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking amazing.
I guess we'll just kind of keep this rolling. So Andrew, you know who Andrew is, Richie. He's the one with all the pinballs and games in the background there.
We talked earlier about this
Denver,
nonsense.
Right? Denver, Colorado.
Denver, yeah.
You got a long history, you know, Exedy and all those guys. I mean, you've been collecting for 10 years or
10
something?
years, yeah.
Yeah.
10!
A fucking 10.
Shorter than some, but yeah.
And so, you know, if you ever look back at any of the artwork from any of the Greenfest events, he's the man behind the scenes that's always created the awesome original artwork. So that's his,
the man behind the scenes, but you're the taller one.
I'm the taller, quieter, but yeah, doing all the design work for all the Grinkers events, all the Fun Spot events we've done for the last several years.
Yep.
Some of the CAC stuff we've done.
Taller than Billy.
Taller than Billy.
Can you get a shirt made that says that?
I'm taller than Billy.
Billy comes up to here on me. That's the shirt that I need.
With the hair?
Yeah.
Didn't he ask you to crouch once in a picture?
Yeah, kind of. Like you're too tall.
Next time you're in Denver and you hook up with XD, you gotta reach out to
Dude, yeah, Richie, if you're ever in Denver hooking up with XD, let me know. Dude, let's go out and have some beers.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
And then, so Andrew, anything else?
So yeah, designer, but yeah, the games you see, whatever.
Lover of it all, right?
Yeah.
So
Rubik's Cube master.
Rubik's cubes. Yeah, if you want me to solve a Rubik's cube, I can do
I
that.
can't see everybody on the list here, but I think the next one, Leo. So Leo, yes, he's kind of sort of in your neck of the woods, out of Boston, Massachusetts, right?
Yeah,
Well, Leo-
South Shore. South
Yeah.
Shore, Massachusetts. Yeah, South
Yeah.
Shore, Boston. Yep.
And Leo's our guy who's taken over Brofest.
Yeah.
He's basically the new Fun Spot tournament holder.
So Richie, I'm sure you know that kind of some of the history. They did arcade contests at Fun Spot for 15, 18, 19 years, something like that. And then there was a year there, I can't remember how many years ago now, 5 years ago-ish, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
They, Gary Vincent, Gary, is that his name, right?
Yep, Gary Vincent, yep.
He said, he's like, we can't really fund this anymore, kind of thing. And then John.
I know the whole story about John Jacobson. I know all of it.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, so John took over the first year, but that was the year that Gak and I took over for John.
Yes.
So Brofest 1, which was, what year was that?
16? 4 or 5 years ago, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. So
yeah,
so Chris Gak and I took over. So the year that quote unquote John Jacobson took over was the year that Chris Gak and I took over that tournament, basically running all the artwork, all the everything, none of the shit that you could see.
Yeah. Right.
That was Gak Attack and I.
So and then by the third year there, it kind of morphed and wasn't really happening. So Leo is semi-local, and he wanted to keep it going.
Yeah,
so
there was.
It kind of changed to a really low-key local. There's still a fun event, right?
Right.
So it's Sneak Fest.
Sneak Fest, yeah. So at Brofest 3, John was saying this was going to be the last event for a lot of different reasons. And I think Dave and I just said, hey, we want to continue this event. And we've just continued it as a Sneak Fest event, which is a separate story. And it's been a much more, there you go.
Yeah.
You can maybe put two and two together on that one. But it's been a much smaller event, but we've had a blast the past 2 years.
It's purely, it feels like I wish I could go, but
well,
it's like a
social next year.
Really good social hangout, and not so much, uber competitive.
There's no cash prizes. I order awards for the main
That's out of your own pocket. You do.
Well, it's and then we do some other events too. Like we've done, we always do a non-tournament. We've always done a candlepin bowling event the past 2 years. We did a ticket tournament challenge this year, which was complete dog shit. And but we're always trying new things to try to get people.
Bad way, Leo.
Things. Yeah.
Dog shit in a good way or a bad way.
It was bad. It was no, we're not going to do it again. So. But we had our first. It was been a lot of blast. So Richie, where do you live? Sorry, do you live on the East Coast or?
Yeah, New Jersey.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll shoot you the invite for the. We'll keep going, Brofest.
It's late May, early June, typically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Jersey. I'm actually flying to New York in a few weeks. I got to go check out Richie's Arcade. Maybe I'll stop by.
There you go.
That'd be great. Just call me first, and I'll open up for you. I don't know if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, but I just put up a video of the walkthrough.
Yeah.
I must be a friend with you on Facebook because I saw that.
Yep, I saw it too.
Which is fucking amazing.
It's a very eclectic mix.
What, are you open like every day or certain days or?
Only on Saturdays. We're working on doing parties on the other days, but for the most part, we're a showroom. We sell the games, and I go out and do service work all week, just fixing everybody's games.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought you set up this arcade location that was sort of looked like.
Eventually it'll be open more. The only reason now, I just got too much going on with the King of Arcades. Just
all the tournaments.
Amazon Prime. I just got back from Australia. I'm in like one of those. I don't know what you call it, but transitional periods where I would like to get the arcade open more, but right now there's just too many other things I have to finish.
Oh wow.
Richie, are you doing like private restorations for anybody? Like if somebody drops like you like private like work and
I'm
stuff?
in the middle of 3 right now.
Oh yeah, because I figured. I mean, your reputation is. One of my friends, Scott Bardelli, he actually ran into you at LAX. He was in Australia the same time as.
Yeah, I remember him. He bought a game off me a long time ago.
Yeah, and he said, he goes, dude, Richie Knuckles games are solid. He gave you a lot of props. He goes, dude, nothing. You may pay up a little bit, but it's worth every penny because it's a solid game, dude. It's been gone through. I forgot what he said he bought from you, but he was like, dude, the thing's rock solid.
Well, Richie's a lot like Jim, where he's like anal about like the monitor to being perfect and shit.
I heard anal. And
yeah, that's you. When you look at everybody's monitor and go, this is fucked. This is fucked. You got to adjust this. You got to work on that.
Yep. Nothing like looking at a monitor like, well, Carrie's benefited from that quite a bit. Because anytime that she's got a game, I'm like, no, this won't.
Let's adjust this.
Actually, she now has OCD that I don't even have to say something. She'll be like, "Oh, we need to dial this in better." I'm like,
I walk around now, but yeah, I've become a total monitor bitch. I'm like, ugh.
Jim walks around with the cap kits in his pocket.
Is that a cap kit in your pocket? You just happen to see me.
I got a little soldering iron here. Let's go.
Ooh, that shit's hot.
For my personal,
what a date. You're a rad date.
My personal trick to this is I take my glasses off and walk around the arcade first. And like, oh shit, they all look horrible. And then put the glasses on. I'm like, all right, this looks good.
They're all dialed in. That's because we're old, Jack.
Then you put the glasses on, you're like, oh, nothing's changed.
Yeah. Those ones just stay turned off. Those games. Yeah.
Looks so much better.
Andrew, just for you, Andrew.
Oh, look at it. They put a hype. Look at that. The t-shirt.
I thought he was going to take the whole thing off.
Oh, no. Let's
rip it like Hulk Hogan. Rip it like Hulk Hogan. There you go.
Yeah,
go.
fucking tear it. Come on.
I am a real Canadian. That's not how the song goes.
So speaking of which, so we should finish the introductions, right?
Yes.
So
Richie comes back.
Getting another bottle.
Get another bottle.
The look when he had that first shot. Oh,
just keep
I know, right? That was like the hard hit.
Are we going to have our first on-air
intros? Richie will be the same amount as interested when he gets back.
No, but my goal with the intros were for the people like Jim to talk and then say, I'm from Minneapolis, give about, but everyone's introducing you, then we don't even hear your voice. And like, so we'll introduce Seabart, but he still doesn't get to say anything.
Welcome to the here.
Seabart, we met him mostly naked, I think, actually, back in 2015.
Do you have a documentation? Oh wait, that wasn't live yet.
I'm sure Seabart probably has the exact episode number that he showed up naked.
He's got it marked on the calendar.
Not recorded. Non-recorded. We are still.
Was it something where he didn't know he was live and trying to set up his?
He
camera?
might not have. However, he was totally naked. That's how we met Seabart.
So I was naked? In my old. So this was never my office. My first came back to my parents' house. This was my brother's.
Do you want to save this for Richie?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Why is this? Don't embarrass myself when you guys enough. Might as well say it again.
No. Seabart, tell him where you're from. That you're Canadian. You know, because he doesn't know where anybody's fucking who we are and where we're from.
Right.
Oh, I got it covered.
Land of the North.
Dave, have you invited Richie to
There, he knows where we're from now.
Have we invited Richie to what?
Jimbo, what's your shirt say there, Jimbo?
Oh, it's just
flux capacitor.
Yeah. So that
time travel possible.
Like a nice little shout out to friend of the show, Mark, Time Runner. It's his birthday today, I believe.
Oh, wait, Time Runner?
Happy birthday, on Facebook, somebody made him of that stupid. Not stupid. I don't mean to say it like that. But no.
Backs.
No, but I thought it was hilarious because they made the Uncle Mark Jailbird Joey cake.
Oh, your uncle didn't make parole again.
It's gonna be a flat you can throw down on the fucking like Atari football.
That was me who made that.
He didn't make parole.
It's your brother, Ma. Yeah, it's embarrassing to have an uncle in prison.
He just cries every time we take him out of here, so we just leave him in there all the time.
That's a good one.
Hey, I got a question for Richie.
So it's so quick too.
Okay, so Richie, we've all seen your movie, I'm sure, right? Have we all seen it? I have. I've seen it a few times.
Wait, the King of Arcades?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seen it many times. Love it.
So that movie was made. What year was that made in?
2015.
Was it multiple years? It was over
5 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
14.
So have you been approached, or is there any plans for like an updated version? Like, where are you at now? I think that needs to happen, because the end of that movie, I was left with, it was almost left on a cliffhanger almost as far as a viewer. So I think you need to do a follow-up film.
Oh, I agree. Is Richie, you've gone through some stuff because you've all these, but it's a great story.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
Real life is better than any fiction you're ever going to create.
He's probably opened up like 5 arcades since then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great story.
So, Richie, what I like that I've seen you comment about this, you're not the king of the arcades. The movie and the collectors are the kings of the arcades, right?
Everybody that keeps this hobby going and keeps these games alive.
Even though, like the documentary was kind of, focused around you, it wasn't, you're not the king of arcades, the way you put it. I appreciate the way you, took that angle. So that was really cool.
I love those sound effects, Jim.
I mean,
can we get a fart and a cum shot?
Can you do the kindergarten cop one?
Is that like a poop owner?
Just throw kindergarten cop in there, because Richie will appreciate that. I know you're gonna have to find.
I like that I get the request to like play this one.
We can find it ourselves, but
Dave, I don't know if my mic was cutting out, but you mentioned the cake for Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he had our friend Mark Shields, Time Runner. He's arcade guy.
Today,
he's also in the Back to the Future, and he's got DeLorean, which he takes around. Like he lives in Houston, but he drives this DeLorean like everywhere, like for like the Michael J. Fox Parkinson thing.
The Back to the Future car.
Yes, he's got DeLorean totally checked out. It's Back to the Future. And his birthday was today, and his sister, somebody made him a cake that said Uncle Mark, and they did the whole Gerald or Joey cake, and he had posted. I'm like, that's great.
The same exact cake from Back to the Future. Yeah,
that was me who made that.
Oh, you made the cake?
Yes, I didn't actually physically make it. I photoshopped it.
Oh, you did?
I photoshopped it and posted on his timeline.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, all right, yeah. I drink a lot. I thought somebody
knew he was coming, so he baked the cake.
Yes, right.
All right, then.
God, we're fucked.
I figured he'd get a kick out.
We're 2 hours into the show now, so everyone is actually.
I know everyone's a little lit. So Richie, we apologize ahead of time.
Hopefully, you're drinking.
Apologize. I only had one drink.
Richie, you've never been around drunk idiots, have you?
Hey, he's hanging around Jerry.
Come out to Drinkers. Come out to Drinkers. There's no drunk people there.
Yeah, this is actually
it's a dry event.
All right, guys. I don't know any of you who are a fan of Metallica. I actually, this is a special thing. I've been holding on to this for
Sphinxter night. No.
So this is a special collaboration.
Enter the Sandman.
Yep.
A special collaboration between Metallica and Stone Brewing, I think.
I better not play Metallica. They'll instantly flay, guys. They're anal.
All right.
Yeah, they're the Napster killers.
We're not. They are the Napster.
They are.
Lost in Neverland.
What are you drinking now, Richie? What is that?
Well,
It's like a bottle of wine.
I'm done drinking. I took too big a shot of that scotch, and now my throat hurts. Do you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
I burned my throat.
Oh no!
Drink
so
with
you're under the never too hungover.
Yeah, I'm actually taking it all in, listening to you guys. What night of the week do you guys usually do this?
Tonight, right now.
Every Tuesday.
Sorry, we didn't make a special performance for you.
Every Tuesday, YouTube, 8:00 Pacific.
Yeah, my daughter is
8:00
here with
Pacific,
me.
11
She can't hear us, can she?
Yeah.
A bit late for that.
Sorry, I was late to do the disclaimer. I should have done that. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the disclaimer.
Let's just do the disclaimer now.
Let's do the disclaimer before we get
All right,
sued.
yeah, we're almost done here, so let's go ahead and run the disclaimer.
It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Oh, I'm not. Oh shit, you're serious? I thought you were being facetious.
Do it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, why not?
No, I'm not even making a poop joke.
Oh, I like poop jokes.
Hold on, I'll leave my mic on.
I love poop jokes.
I know.
I know. Sharp myself.
I remember to hit this.
Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go, Jimbo Dini.
Warning, this broadcast may include images or audio some viewers will find upsetting or disturbing. Despite its name, it is a crapshoot whether the arcade hangout will involve any actual arcade-related content. The broadcast will inevitably contain explicit language, adult themes, and depending on the drunkenness level, stories of childhood more appropriately shared in a therapeutic setting. Viewers and listeners of the arcade hangout will be exposed to the images and sounds of eating, drinking, vaping, and burping. The hosts are unapologetic for such behavior and encourage viewers to eat, drink, vape, and burp along with them. As evidenced by the number of subscribers to the channel, instances of repeated exposure to the arcade hangout are rare, but can result in wanting to use the phrases, "Why can't you grow an ass?" and "tan" at inappropriate times. The arcade hangout will not be held liable for viewers experiencing a poop-related boner. If any poop-related boners last more than 4 hours, we actually do not want to know about it. Even we have standards, albeit exceptionally low ones. On behalf of all the hosts, viewer discretion is advised.
That's so echoey.
Echo.
Actually, I want to hear about the poop-related boners.
Yeah, I want to hear about every single one.
Richie, that was edited by our very own Jimbo Dini, and that was our lovely Carrie Z doing our disclaimer. 5 of them now, I think.
Yeah, you got about
4.
5 of those, right?
4.
We do a different one every time.
I think I need to look at that checkbox again. The one that's for optimizing video playing when you screen share, because there's that checkbox. You know, we did it last week and it seemed to work better. But does it? Was the audio of the video doing the echo? Is that what it was?
Yeah, the audio is echoing
for us
because it tells me that it shares your computer audio, but I already have that pipe through, so I think it's reverbing it,
doubling it. Yeah.
So I will have to
off air sometime if you want.
So Richie, that disclaimer was born out of we had somebody posted that we were going to be online on Facebook.
The Facebook complaint. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we had a bunch of Facebook people that were watching that don't know.
It wasn't a bunch. It was just one dude complaining.
And he's like,
Facebook.
They vape too much. They burp too much. They eat too much. They.
Oh my god!
Try to have a little bit of.
I had to just listen to it because I couldn't watch it after a while.
We try to have a little bit of flow with our conversation, but you have 10 people on here. People are drinking, and like we have personal lives, and we're eating and drinking and vaping and farting and burping. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
It's called Sneak Fest, for Christ's sakes. Trust me.
It's called life.
I have a confession. Can I make a confession?
Oh,
yes,
go for it.
We need that.
I was in the very beginning. I was vaping off screen because I didn't want you guys to think I was a tool.
Don't worry.
A lot of
so
people
far, there's no
think
vape-related.
We've got 2 vapors here.
Because I get a lot of slack from my friends saying that in the outside world, people who don't vape think we're a bunch of jerk-offs.
Interesting.
That's your.
I'd rather see you vape than smoke. So
that's it.
Dave, that's the greatest horse laugh ever. I love those.
There's zero judgment here. Trust me, Dave's on the show, so trust me.
We have smokers. We have vapors.
Yeah, I'm the lone smoker. I don't know if you could tell.
Pretty much all of us are drinkers. So.
We've got one smoker, Dave.
But he only smokes when he drinks, though. So
yeah,
which thank God.
Like 90% of the time. By the way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I've never seen you out smoking. So
well, I'm always drinking when I'm hanging out with you. I'm at
I know.
work.
He's like, that's what's so funny about it. It's like I only smoke when I drink. It's like, dude, you're always.
Well, you know what they say.
You smoked yourself retarded.
Oh my God. Wait, let me go back to my question to Richie. So is there any plans or is there anything that you've like started up or anything about a sequel? That's where I'm getting to.
Oh yes.
So I got recently a large influx of cash from a very wealthy person who wants to do the sequel to the King of Arcades. He couldn't pay me in cash. He paid me in stock. The stock is worth a lot. So I'll have enough money to be able to fund the sequel. I am currently looking for the team. Amoto, I don't know if you know Amoto from Amoto's Arcade.
Yep.
She is going to help me, and we're also making it the sequel to the King of Kong as well. So
cool.
So Steve Wiebe is already signed in. Of course, Billy is, of course, into it. Robbie Lakeman, the current world record holder on Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And everybody you can imagine that, like Walter Day, everyone in the whole, what would you call it, the
arcade scene,
arcade community,
the Donkey Kong scene.
Yeah, the community.
Everybody is on board, and it's gonna. Let's see, the IPO goes up in October.
So do we have an exclusive here, folks? Is that what this is?
I've hinted towards this, but of course I had to make an LLC and put the money into a business account. So it's not like I could take out and just spend the money. The money has got to go to what the sponsor
wants it for. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll
Makes sense.
I'll have enough money by the end of November to be able to start shooting on the sequel. But we're not only making it a sequel to the King of Arcades. It's going to be the sequel to
Fuck you,
the
Dave.
King of Kong, as well as the King of Arcades. And Seth Gordon, the guy who made King of Kong, said that he wants nothing to do with it. But Ed Cunningham said that he would be involved. So we'll have Ed Cunningham's name on it as well.
Well, this might be a good time for me to announce that the Eyes documentary is never going to happen.
King of Potatoes, right?
So, are you gonna tie this into your events, like to maybe like Australia and maybe like one of the States, and kind of show some of that, because that'd be kind of cool.
Yes, absolutely. I also have DVDs of every Kong off. I hired a film crew to film every single Kong.
Good idea, right there.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can cut some stuff in.
Yes, I have footage from every Kong off. The 2 in Pittsburgh, the 2 in Denver, the 2 in Hollywood, or Banning, LA.
Banning. Mm-hmm.
And so we have so much footage.
I'm in some of the footage from Denver.
Yeah, do you do an event in Pittsburgh every year, or a Kong off in Pittsburgh every year?
No, we move the Kong off every 2 years.
Okay, got it.
So we've done the last 2 Kong offs in Australia. Now we're on to Finland. Signed on for a Kong off in Finland.
Finland.
The UK signed on for a Kong off in the UK, and we're bringing the United States one back to New Jersey. Here.
Close enough.
New Jersey.
Is that next year for the one in New Jersey?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I'll keep my eyes out for that. That's a drivable distance for me.
Yeah, buddy.
Any plans for another Banning Kong off? That's near me.
Banning Kong off, but John Weeks, the owner of the Museum of Pinball, and I are like brothers. So I will be there. And we'll be doing some kind of contest. I haven't decided yet. I think it's going to be a Pac-Man contest. But I haven't. Either that or Robotron. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Hey, Richie, real quick question. When I was in Fun Spot this year, I've been there the last 5 years, and I was talking to Bob Lawton, and he was so excited about Billy coming back for the Pac-Man thing. Did you have any much contact with him, or was it all Gary Vincent and Bob was just in the background?
Gary Vincent had nothing to do with it. Bob was the one who did it with Billy, so it was just Bob and
this year.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, because Bob was excited. If you said Gary had. Yeah, because he was like, I was talking.
Bob was feeling good today.
Yeah,
Bob's a good guy.
Bob's awesome, dude. I've taken literally 5 years of straight photos with him and his buddy on Saturdays, having beers, and I've been with my family. And my daughter went up to him last year. I was like, "Hey, hi, Bob," and he's like handing her tokens, like a grandpa. He's just a salty. I love that man. He's so nice. I don't know how he's always nice to me. I mean, he's He's like, you know,
he's always been nice. He's always been nice. Yep.
And you know, this year he's got a driver. Like, I don't know if he said he just started. He's got a guy driving him. So he calls when he's ready to leave, and the kid comes. Probably he works for him or whatever. You got to take me home or whatever.
Probably doesn't want to or can't drive. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's
86.
There's nobody out there that has a bad word to say about Bob.
No, he's a
awesome man. So Richie, someone was asking, YouTube Punk was asking in our chat if you're going to start streaming some more stuff from your arcade. I mean, we saw your recent post on Facebook. It was your walkthrough, but like more streaming. Yes. Is that in the future?
Yeah, of course. George Lutz, who was the Cubert guy, he and I are going to start doing a web show together, and it'll be a monthly, 1 day a month. And we're going to have like jokes, interviews, you know, people like Noam Bushnell, people like Warren Davis, Eugene Jarvis, people like that.
Bunch of nobodies, right? Yeah.
And
Jesus, that's fucking amazing.
And it was called Arcade Culture, and we're going to bring back that name and stream once a month from the arcade to start. And if the crowds start picking up, like, last thing I want to do is stream arcade night and see like 10 people in the crowd. We haven't been getting the crowds that I used to get, and it's my own fault because
you're not open consistently.
Yeah, only you know. And as soon as I start getting a consistent crowd, we'll stream regularly. But it's mostly going to be once a month when we do our web show, and I will prepare. You know, I'll prepare jokes, I'll prepare guests, and make sure it's entertaining.
Dude, that sounds fucking amazing. Like, so YouTube Punk, stay tuned. Richie's got some more shit going on.
And like someone was saying before, your only guy, I'm going to come back next Tuesday. My daughter will be back in school. So I'll be able to come and hang out with you guys.
Nice.
I'll come back on next Tuesday when I'm more prepared and I know what this exactly is. I had no idea what to expect.
Talk up on booze, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So if you could do, Richie, if you want to do some, like, throw down on some games, you want to like set up a video and like do some live streaming of some games you want to play, dude, we fucking love that.
Yeah. I have 7 world records.
I know. We'd like to see some fucking
Phoenix.
You got Phoenix. I was going to say Phoenix is one.
We'd like to see some gameplay on this fucking show.
What are some other ones you have, Richie?
Yeah, Richie, speaking of one of your world record attempts, I want to know the story. Don't be bashful. I want to hear it. So, you know, we've known John Jacobson for years. He's a goofy bastard. We've had good times.
Lots of John Jacobson
goofy bastard.
All of us have had John Jacobson.
That is a fantastic description.
I want to know the story. Okay, so I want it from your perspective. So the story I heard, I'll tell you my perspective of the story I heard, and then if you want to, please tell us. So the story I heard from my perspective was, it was at your arcade like some years ago, and you're having a party and you were working on a world record on pole position.
It was actually at Fun Spot.
Oh, it was a Fun Spot. Okay. I thought it was your arcade. So, and you were working on a world record on pole position, and John was drunk, just being a goofy bastard that he is. Yes.
Reached in. So
okay, go ahead.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right.
Oh no.
I literally I know that it's gonna sound like I'm an asshole.
No, dude, please.
It's just a video game, and I know that. But with pole position, if the correct car pattern unfolds, is when you could beat the record. And it happens maybe 1 in every 100 games.
Right.
I had about 20 people watching at the time. And the perfect ensemble unfolded, and everybody's freaking out. First lap, 65. Second lap, 62. Third lap, 61.5. I was ready to break the world record if I could complete that last lap perfect. John reaches in, grabs the
what is this?
And jams it to the right on me.
Jams
it. And everybody there went nuts. They're like, what the? And I stood up, I got out of the machine, and I was angry enough that I grabbed him and I dragged him outside, to take him outside to beat him down. He grabbed onto something. I don't know what it was. He grabbed onto a game or something as I was trying to take him outside to at least wedgie him. And
I would have lost it. I would have lost it on him.
The story grew from there. We never fist fought, but he looked at me and said, "I'm not fighting you." And I said, "Well, it wouldn't be a fight. We both know that."
Oh no! Oh no!
and we made up, and it's all water under the bridge. But yes, in front of 30-something people, that could have been a new world record. But I did.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Oh no.
I did have to get. For his defense, I had to make a perfect last lap. So
you notice how nobody
Still,
said,
I mean-
wait, John Jacobson did that? Yeah,
It was just fucking.
That's never gonna happen. No, after that.
So, you know, love him or hate him, he's a fun guy to be around. I'll that firsthand. But man, he's done the cup checks on. I don't know if he's done.
Dude, fuck the cup checks is not cool.
Yeah.
I hate that.
He also likes titty twisters.
Yeah.
I can understand why you think he's fun, because when I first met him, he was.
I can understand why.
That was great.
That is the funniest thing.
That's a show title. There we go.
I can understand why you thought he was fun.
The more I got to
Write
know
that
him,
down.
the more I got to know him, the less I was so warm and fuzzy around him. So, but we did make up, and we are cool. So no drama. Let's keep the drama free.
No,
but yes,
this is
I think we can all relate.
Here.
That's big of you, because I'd be pretty fucking pissed at that. You know? I don't know if I could get over that for a while.
That would definitely would have Falcon Punch.
Yeah,
I was
I'd be
mad at the
pissed.
moment. I was mad at the moment, but I cooled down pretty quick.
Well, who wouldn't be? You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know that there's 1 in 100 thing either. He just was like, fuck. I don't want you to beat my score, you know, that kind of a
But
thing.
he's such a pole position guy. He always talks about it as his favorite game. That's why
it's his favorite
I didn't
game.
know.
That is his favorite game. Yeah.
He sucks at it.
Well, he's better than a lot of people. He's better than me at it. I mean,
But Richie,
good enough
maybe
at
he
it.
got better after this incident.
I've
Maybe
seen him.
you gotta respect.
I've seen him try to play on his stream remember when he had some kind of web show and stuff?
Yeah, he doesn't do it anymore.
And he would play pole position. He's awful.
No, but I mean, he's at least a proper like 60,000+ player though.
He's better than I am. At
He can
it.
play.
If
He's
you
not
can't-
he may not be a world record, but he can play.
If you can't get 66,000 or better every time, you're not a world class player.
Yeah. All right.
What are you?
Hey guys, I'm signing off.
You're just a John.
All right,
Leo,
Leo,
hang
take it
out.
easy, man.
Do
Yo.
it.
Good night, Leah.
All right, Leo.
I did.
Toodaloo.
Well, Richie, I thank you for your candid response. You know, like
That was a good response. No, he's good. He's honest.
No, I'm in a whole different place. I'm very humble. I used to be a loudmouth and cocky, and just that was my personality. And the last few years have beat me down to my knees and made me realize, the little shit. You shouldn't really sweat the little shit. And
Totally.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
yeah, we're all in this together to help each other. I try my best to help out anybody I can.
When we're all old.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I was thinking.
I'll tell you what,
Richie,
if I was born-
Richie,
if I
what are
was
your
born-
fucking
one minute,
games, man?
If I was born 6'7", the last hobby I would have is arcade games. I'd be out there slam dunking and showing everybody in my neighborhood.
You do know that he's white, right?
6'7", but like I look up at fucking basketball players.
No. Leo's not here. You should have told me if Leo was here, the sports story.
Oh, the sports.
They are in Boston. I forgot. Oh, we were going to Fun Spot, and then it was like the Celtics. It was the champion. It was at the finals or whatever, and they're in a bar and everyone's screaming for the Celtics, and this 6'7" guy who's not into sports just starts screaming sports.
I love that.
Because everyone in the fucking bar was like
Sports!
"Yeah!" And I'm like, sports.
Yeah, sports.
Is this bad?
I gotta have a cigarette.
All right. No.
Richie, I don't know if you know this about Andrew, but he was the lead star of a movie called Aspen Extreme.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
No. Let's leave that.
Don't blink, through the entire movie, and you'll see him for like 0.02 seconds.
At the end.
Rich, what are the games that you're playing now? Like, what are your world records games you're working on?
Right now, I don't have any time to play games.
Yeah.
But I've been playing Space Laser, like I've been telling you. George and I had a whole thing about that, that hack or whatever it was of Space Invaders called Space Laser. We've been playing that, and we've also started playing a 1-round Zaxxon challenge. You get to Zaxxon, just one Zaxxon, the game's over. But it's basically point pressing Zaxxon. So you come down in the first ship, and you just shoot everything you can. I mean, you don't leave anything left. So we're trying to get as many points out of the game as we can. You have to get the 1,000-point bonus when you're in the air, when you're in the space against the planes, and we've been doing that. So that's.
So wait, you only play like the first ground level, and then the space level, and then that's it.
That's it. After Zaxxon is killed, or
after the robot. Okay.
That's it. And if you die, it's over. Your game's over. So it's on one life. You can't die. You got to get as many points as you got. And we both are at 24,000. That's where we're at.
Interesting. Okay. So you really go get super aggressive, like with ground targets and everything. You're
exactly.
Just
you go crazy. Yeah. And if there's a missile coming out of the ground over here, and then right over here is one of the guys that can shoot you, you're like going in and out. I mean, weaving in and out. So it makes the game that much more enjoyable because you have to pull off some really crazy moves. You get at the certain height where you can't get shot, but you could shoot the gas tanks, stuff like that. Just taking the game to a whole different level, like realizing what the game had that nobody knows, because you're really, most of the time, you're just trying to survive. But once you start breaking the game down and trying to get every single point available on that level, it's fun. And that's what we've been doing.
They're making Zaxxon fun again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to make Zaxxon great again.
I love Zaxxon. And
when I was at CAX, there was a guy there that had a t-shirt that said, Zaxxon sucks. That's his t-shirt. He was walking around with that t-shirt. It was cracking me up. Remember that guy?
I was too drunk, probably.
No.
That's pretty funny.
Good answer.
Yeah. No, really?
Richie, one of the ones I enjoyed you showing was, I think it was Phoenix. You showed like there was some trick where you can get like 200,000 points or something crazy like that.
Oh, you let the base come down as far as it can go, or it doesn't move anymore, right?
No, that's Space Invaders. He's
Phoenix.
Space Invaders.
Tell us about Phoenix.
I could do it almost every time. The second level, you clear the first level, and then as soon as the second level starts, move all the way to the left. You have to have your finger on the left button before the scene even starts. So after you clear the first level, hold the button down to the left. Your guy will instantly go to the side of the screen, and you just wait. The first bird will come down, and then 3 guys will come down. When those 3 guys come down, they'll focus on the left-hand side of the screen. Once they leave the screen and they come back in, you hit them all, pat, 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 and you get 200,000 points.
Oh.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I literally could do it every single time now. It took me a while, but I got to the point, like if someone comes into the arcade and says, hey, can I see that trick? I'm probably 95% spot on.
Wow.
It's always amazing to me that people can figure those things out.
Yes, exactly.
At some point, there's some little fluky thing,
on pole position 2, I had heard a rumor when I was a little kid that there was a way to go around the track twice and get a 10,000 point bonus.
Huh.
And nobody knew how to do it. Now, I talked to the Cramps. I talked to Chris Ara. I talked to Todd Rogers. I talked to everybody. Mike Klug. I talked to everybody that was playing pole position back in the day. And they said, yes, they've heard about it, but no one's been able to do it and figure out what that trick is. Well, if you look on my YouTube video, the guys from Banning, California, they put on my airline ticket Richie Knuckles and not my real last name. So I couldn't get home.
Richie, you're cool. We got a ticket for you. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
that's
stuck.
bad.
I was stuck in California, so I spent the entire day with a video camera playing Pole Position 2, trying to figure out, doing everything, like slowing down at the right time, braking at the right time, crashing at the right. I mean, I tried everything, and I finally discovered it. The video is on YouTube, and basically what you do is you go around the track, and you make sure you pass the qualifying lap at the millisecond that it would put you in 8th place to 9th. So after 8th place, 9th place doesn't qualify. It allows you to go around again. So you have to get it right at that point where you just fail 8th place. You go around a second time and you coast in on fumes. It gives you pole position and it gives you 10,000 points.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
So I beat the world record on pole position 2 using this trick. Well, no one knew it. I figured it out. I went nuts. I put the video up on YouTube. One of my friends back here in New Jersey came to the arcade, and I taught it to him. His name is Brian Romer. So Brian Romer, being a Twin Galaxies fan, records himself doing the trick that I just taught him, which then would give him the world record. Twin Galaxies accepts it. So now my friend Brian Romer beat the classics from the 80s. The guy, his name was Jeff Peters, took his high score down by cheating, and Twin Galaxies allowed it. So
is there Richie, is there a video of this somewhere online we can watch?
YouTube. It's on YouTube. Look up YouTube Richie Knuckles pole position 2 trick, something like that. And you'll be able to see it.
I want to see that. So someone remind me of that shit later.
I know,
That's
right?
one I'm proud of. I'm
All right, I'll be on Slack. All right.
When I'm sober.
I'm posting this on Slack. Richie Knuckle.
So Richie, did you have fun with us tonight?
Oh, very, very. My daughter is behind me, and this is the last night I have with Faithy. She's got to go back to her mom tomorrow, and she's not really pleased that I've spent my 119.
Oh, we're sorry.
The last 2 hours instead of hanging out with her on our last night. Instead, I hung out with you guys. But I'm about to say goodnight, and then I'm going to go and maybe scratch her back until she falls asleep.
Well, give her a hug from the Arcade Hangout crew. And
tell her we said hi.
Tell her for thank you for sharing you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will.
Sharing Daddy with us.
The story we kidnapped your dad.
Yeah.
I have so many stories that I could tell. It's too many to tell tonight.
Well,
so
you got to come back.
Why do I feel like he's going to be like John Belushi and the guest that would never leave? He's going to be back every week, which is going to be great.
The guest that wouldn't leave.
No, that's fine. We always have room, Rich. It's always
dude. What I'll do is I'll because I sent out the link, so I'll send out a link to you every week. If you want to show up, show up. If you don't, cool, don't.
No worries. Yeah.
But you'll get an invite every week. If you come back, want to tell some stories, we fucking love to have you back, man.
Pop on in. Yeah, we'd love to hear the stories. So they're always fun.
Take care.
I'm sure you got a bunch.
all right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
so
Rich.
much.
Thanks for joining us.
Take care, guys.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Not the whole thing. Normally, I just cut it off.
Well, that was fun.
That was pretty awesome.
That sucked.
That wasn't a struggling interview like some people.
No,
and I was very surprised, Jim. You were very tame on the soundboard.
Yeah, you weren't rude.
I told you I wasn't. I'm not feeling it when it's like all engaging, and people are all into it, and it's like I'm not going to be too much of a dick.
John Jacobson once.
Not like normal.
Yeah.
I mean, John was fucking beyond hammered when he did that.
Oh yeah, and he was just like pissed because he was doing too well.
That doesn't make it okay though.
No, I would never do something like that.
There's no fight.
Most shit with John starts with he was hammered.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
He remembered. He probably.
I'm feeling a little delusional right now.
I was really surprised that Richie was like, "Well, we're all good now." I think I'd hold that grudge for a while.
Well, somebody's drinking. Hey, a guy hit me over the head with a chair, and I'm still friends with him, like really good friends. And I almost got knocked out and killed, but I knew he was hammered and he was trying to do a wrestling thing and joke around and hit me in the back, and then it just turned into this monstrosity where I got hit over the head with a 70s metal folding chair, literally
like a wrestling show.
Yeah, a wrestling match.
I could share that. I think
he's like, You're like,
oh, it's on your YouTube, isn't it?
Johnny Piper.
Let's
There
see.
was one time where I almost pissed all over a friend's clothes, and we're still great friends.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Not great friends, but at least good acquaintances.
I hope he has great stories to tell his friends,
Oh, fuck, man.
Forever live in their memory, right?
I remember saying next year, it's like, dude, Chris, just stay with me. I don't care.
Can you share? Can you share my screen?
Yeah. Do you need to share something?
Yes. I'm going to show me getting hit with the head with the chair.
All right, there you go.
Am I good?
Yeah, just don't open up any downloading porn or anything.
Doing anything. Is the guy there smiling?
It's all you.
No, all we see is your face. You
gotta share your face. You gotta share.
You gotta click the share button.
Where's the share button?
At the bottom.
Down below.
There's a share button in the
right
middle.
by your nipple.
There should be a green button.
Yep. Green button. Click that button and then share screen.
Button. Who's got the button?
At the bottom.
Let me open my. Oh, okay, green. So I'm doing this. So I just hit share.
Yeah, it should share your screen.
Share, and then you got to choose what you want to share.
There we go.
All right, here we go.
I'm looking at your screen now.
All right, hold on. Here it is.
See your porn. And your desktop.
Oh, look at the kitty porn. All that kitty porn everywhere.
Okay.
Can
you see this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me give some background here. Okay. So
geez. We've seen this before.
I know. I'm giving it a background to the people who don't understand what they're watching. So right where that mirror is, to the left of that mirror is the door to the bathroom and a suite to the hotel. Okay. So
Mancation, by the way.
Yes, this was Mancation 2012. So this is 7 years ago. Yeah. So I'm literally in there taking a power shit because this is like 2 hours past Buffalo Wings, and I've been drinking all weekend.
I think Grinkers would put it like a massive movement. Is that what it is?
Yes, it was a massive movement or power shit.
Power shit.
So
I do not direct deposit.
So I'm literally in the bathroom, and then when I walk out of the bathroom, there's like 3 guys with cell phones like facing me, and I don't even understand like what's going on kind of. And I said we should call Bacon, which is a friend of mine. Like we should call him. And then all of a sudden he was planning, because I asked the guys after, I go, what was he saying he was going to do? And he said, well, he was going to scare you with like a wrestling move. And the chair he's holding, like a wrestling, hit you in the back with a chair. The chair he's holding is literally a chair that my father.
Well, yeah, it's a metal chair.
That's a metal chair.
This is steel. He bought it in '75 when he opened up his travel agency. He just got the cheapest chairs he could have. These things were heavy as shit. And after this happened, I threw those away, and a scrapper took them in 1 minute. But they were brown and like lime green. I used to bring them to this thing. Now I have the lighter ones. So I'm gonna press play, but to the left is the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom.
They're pretty solid. You don't want to get hit with one.
It kind of started. Weapon. I was in there so long, he didn't really know what to do. So he went, that's a closet. So, all right, I was going to hit play. Then you guys can watch the horror.
Watch the horror.
Oh, God.
And I know nothing of what's going on at all. Because I'm probably in massive wiping from the.
You just finished wiping. Yeah.
Just dropping the kids off the.
I hope you washed your hands.
So if you can look at him, he's like, oh, what am I gonna do? He's like getting ready. I'm gonna scare him, and he's a good friend of mine. He didn't mean to do what he did. He just and he was drinking Jack and Cokes before. Everyone's kind of hanging out, but literally, I walk out. There's 3 or 4 guys with their cameras or their phones up to film this. All right, so then he's like thinking, then he's, I'm gonna hide in the closet. Okay, it just went really bad.
Oh,
it was so painful. All right, here we go.
I don't know what's
all right. So, oh shit! Door.
Yeah,
you can see the guy in the mirror. They all start, and there was
now if you had just wiped a little bit quicker, it wouldn't have gotten to this point. No,
yeah, like
here we go. Here's me.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, oh,
shit!
That's what I'm talking about.
So much for your "Make America's Great Again."
That was 2012. All right, so you can. But you know what's funny is look. Can you see what videos are down here? King of Arcades and Video Craze. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see that.
Isn't that funny? I could play video.
And then your old face.
Okay. Yeah. What?
Where's the granny porn?
It's on the desktop.
How do I stop sharing here then?
Yeah, I'll stop.
Enough of this.
That hurt like a motherfucker.
Still waiting to see that.
Oh, I bet it did.
It looks brutal.
I'm telling you, I'm not an aggressive guy ever. That was the most testosterone I think I've ever had flowing through my veins.
Oh, because you're like, what the fuck?
Yes, I turned around, I grabbed him by the
still arcade. Blow your nose.
I grabbed him by the throat and I was holding him.
Oh, really?
Dave, hit that green button again. We're still looking at your screen.
We're still seeing it, buddy.
You have to stop sharing.
New share? No.
Just hit the green button again.
I don't even know. I've got 50 screens here.
No,
on Zoom. On there.
Oh, there's your desktop.
Let's see.
Religion.
George Lucas.
Ooh. Putt-putt. What's putt-putt? What's putt-putt?
Oh, stop share.
What's Wreck-It Ralph? Oh, wait.
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
That was Ralph.
Right. We're back to normality.
So literally, I grabbed him by the throat.
Mock.
Yeah, thank you.
I grabbed him by the throat. His arms were at his side because he's my friend, and he did not mean to do that. And because I said, we're not going to even do anything. He goes, because I just hit you in the head with a chair. I have to take whatever's coming to me. I didn't mean to do it. But he told me that after I grabbed his throat. I'm like, you motherfucker. He was like, Dave, he kept going, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And
it seemed funny at the time.
I just let go and I'm like, you asshole. Like I'm not going to punch you in the face because I know you were drunk and you're not going to hurt me.
My God.
But I drink all the time. I don't get headaches. And then I'm playing roulette later and I'm just like, my fucking head's killing me.
I say, kill him. Yeah. I say we hang him, then we kill him. Yeah.
But he's still a good friend. So I use that as an example. As John Jacobson reached in and unfortunately drunk probably fucked up Richie's. Well, he did fuck up his perfect score. But sometimes alcohol does get the best of you, and you do have to forgive somebody once in a while. And I did forgive my friend because he did apologize. And I knew he fucked up, and I'm sure Jacobson knew he fucked up huge after that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But mine hurt more than Richie's.
That takes balls, though.
I lasted for 2 days.
You got to have a certain...
Dude, you got a fucking wrestling match fucking chair to your face. Dude, that's fucked up.
On the back of my head. Dude, and then it was literally... that was on Saturday night about, 7 p.m. Sunday... I come home from this and my wife's like, what's going on? I go, my fucking head's killing me. And Monday I did go to the hospital because I'm like, I still have a headache. Like, this is nuts. And she's like, you probably had a concussion, but did you throw up? Did you pass out? I'm like, no, just a fucking massive headache. It kind of ruined
but not from the chair.
Yeah, it ruined the rest of that night. Like, this is my weekend. I'm playing cards, gambling, and I'm playing roulette. Like, bet another fucking 50. I'm like, give me a beer. I'm like, God, I can't get rid of this. Even with all this beer in me, it's just my head's killing me. But I'm like, later, I'm like, dude, you could have fucking killed me. But he didn't mean it. I mean, because I knew right away because his arms were limp. It's like I could have punched him in the face and he was just going to take it just because he deserved it. And he knew it and he didn't mean to do it. But it did hurt.
It's sealed, but it's a bro thing.
Yeah, it was 2012. Boy, that video was viral at work. There was so many stills everyone did stills of him with the chair. They were all over the place.
You with the MAGA hat, just like
and then at work functions, they're playing the video like boom, 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 just over and over. So a lot of good comedy out of it, at least. I sacrificed my head for comedy.
I know that the show's wrapping up, but I wanted to hit a couple really quick news items.
Dude, hit the news. Let's do it.
Okay, so pre-orders just hit Walmart for the 1-Up Arcade. Not Star Wars, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cab that's going to have Turtles in Time and the original Ninja Turtles Konami games. That one and the.
Nothing like playing a 4-player game on a 24-inch wide cabinet.
Yeah, the people are real scrunched together on that one. People are so excited about that, though. I can't believe how many YouTube channels people are like the '90s kids, like are just like super excited about it. Yeah. Okay, that there's the Marvel Superheroes, which is like the X-Men, game, but with Marvel. It's actually with Thanos and the Infinity. Oh, looks like we got
Dell.
Hey, Dell made it in. Okay, hey Dell. Yeah, so the Infinity Stones, the whole thing with the Infinity Gauntlet, that was an actual X-Men game that came out 20 years or 30 years before.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Before the movies. Yeah, so because it's from the comics, of course. So that and what's the third game? I forget what the third one is. But anyway, interesting enough, the Walmart, Loverboy, the Walmart Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sold out within like an hour.
Fuck.
Holy shit! That's how crazy people.
There's
want
a little foreshadowing for what we're going to see on Craigslist.
Yeah, exactly. That's why that game goes for so. How much is that going for now? And for the stand-up one, what, $3,000, $5,000, something like that?
For
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, 25.
The board, yeah, for a nice 25, yeah.
Full machine, yeah, 2,500-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
in like fair shape.
And that's Walmart we're talking about. They probably had thousands of them and gone.
But it's a 2-player version.
No, this is the 4-player version. No.
At Walmart.
At Walmart, yes. It's 4-player. It's it's one that the marquee doesn't even light up.
Inches wide and your shoulder width is like 18-inch, right?
Yeah, they don't have
it's
the
still
big...
like shorter than a fucking cabaret. It's still like fucking tiny.
It's not wide like mine, Gak.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Wide and thick. Like an aircraft carrier.
Chris, that's what every girl
mine, Chris.
Not.
Okay, so I found that interesting that sold out so fast. So I don't know.
I'll show up on Craigslist in a matter of months.
Yeah. Supposedly the Star Wars one is supposed to come out soon. But I'm really interested to see what they do with that whole yoke situation.
I heard that there was a recent trade show that they were at that it was a plastic version.
It's different.
It's definitely a cheap down version. More plastic.
Because when we talked to the Allen One guys, they were like,
they use their yoke.
They've been using their yoke and deceiving everybody.
It's a total bait and switch.
It's totally deceiving to do that. They should not be doing that. When they went to the San Diego Comic-Con, that's what they showed off.
Yes.
And at E3, they showed it off that way. That's fucked up. Okay, so yeah, that's not the yoke you're getting. You're not getting the arcade yoke, everybody. Everybody thinks they're getting that. Nope.
The arcade
you're gonna get a knockoff.
I'm picturing all these one-ups showing up in the same dudes that have the man cave sign in their basement.
Yeah, I have a big thing. I haven't talked about that on the show much. When I show people the room, they all get. It's my wife's friends. They're like, "Oh, you got a man cave here." I'm like, "Oh, don't say that." I hate that word.
I hear that about this.
I'll take bachelor pad over man cave, I guess.
This is a cool area you have. Just say something like that. Don't say man cave.
A man
cave sucks.
A man cave is a place that's dark and hairy and
no girls are allowed.
And it's a place where you poop.
No, it's a place where guys don't yell sports.
And it stinks.
Oh.
Sports!
There you go.
A man cave takes a very special woman to appreciate.
Okay, let me move on to more news items here.
Nerd cave.
Man
cave.
There you go.
You gotta talk.
There we go.
Nerd cave.
Nerd cave. An 8-bit.
There you go. Seabart's got this fucking sign to.
There you go.
I did.
What is the bottom of that say?
An 8-bit dream world of adventure. And I'm reading that backwards. So that's
What happened to Delusional? Did he leave?
No, I'm still here.
He's in here.
Oh, okay. I don't see him on my thing. Okay, there we go. Okay,
you gotta click at the very top.
Yeah, I did. I just did.
Thing.
All right, so I put this in my arcade news just because I thought it was funny. That Time Runner turns 50 today.
Oh, happy birthday. Mark,
join the club, fuckface.
Yeah. Some of us have already hit that. A lot of us are about to. Yeah.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute. Can we sing?
I'm
happy
right around the
birthday?
corner.
All right, happy birthday, Time Runner. I wish him
happy birthday to Time
I
Runner.
like Time Runner.
Yes.
For people out there,
birthday
to you.
We're gonna get flagged. Great.
And we might, because this is actually a copyrighted
you.
song.
It is.
Happy birthday, dear Time
Runner, Mark.
Happy birthday.
Mute.
Yeah. So Time Runner's 50, everyone.
But he's not 88.
I sent him a picture that says "Happy Birthday" from the Hoff, and it's like Hoff in a speedo.
I sent him the one with the uncle whoever from Back to the Future cake that Dave from Buffalo was talking about.
I thought somebody gave it to him.
See, I thought someone did too. I didn't know that was
I
fake.
photoshopped his name instead of Uncle whatever.
Well, that was a good guy because I thought that was real.
All right, so I'm
yes, everybody did.
Mission succeeded.
Yes. So Mark, I really hope you eventually get your theme park arcade, man. I think
we'll go there.
I think I'll have to make it out there to check that out.
Dude, fuck yeah! Like he.
Oh yeah,
he
went of.
I totally because
We
he's like on point with his DeLorean, like the level of detail he's got.
It's amazing.
Car.
For people out there that don't know, Mark has. I think we talked about it earlier on the show that Mark has the fixed up DeLorean, like Back to the Future, that has like Mr. Fusion on it and all that shit. But
and he has
got
all
the sound effects, all the buttons.
And he definitely pays attention to detail.
Oh yeah,
kind of correct things to the
flux capacitor fluxes and all that.
I still think his most amazing car is still Uncle Rico's van.
Yes, that is.
Oh yeah,
it's actually the fucking screen
It's the one that was used in the movie.
In the movie, from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so
we lost Carrie and Jim.
A DeLorean is awesome, but like the actual Uncle Rico's.
Yes.
So yeah, Rico.
He actually has a. It's not. I don't think it's correct, but it's pretty close to the A-Team van, also.
Yeah, it looks like the same van almost.
Pretty close.
It's like
that's his next project.
Is like puke orange or puke yellow color or something.
No, it's black. It's black with like a red and gray on it.
What Rico's
no. The A-Team has the red.
No, I know the A-Team one's black.
The
Rico's one isn't black.
Rico's all orange.
Actually,
orange. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
With the oversized pop top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or not pop top. It's like a.
Well, he also has. He's rebuilt a kit as well from Knight Rider.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he still has it. Did he sell that?
Yeah, he's talked about that one, but I didn't want to bring that one up because I wasn't sure if he still had it.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that.
Does he still have the Bumblebee?
Yes, I was going to say he has the Bumblebee, I believe.
And he has Brian's Prius from Family Guy, which is a.
Oh, okay.
Little he has a blue Prius, which is also the same color that Brian has on Family Guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's not a repro.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but the rest of his cars are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Does anybody in this group have a PlayStation 4 by any chance?
Yes.
No.
You do?
My kids each have one.
Okay, I don't have one, but I saw this interesting game that just popped up. It's only $10 and it's called Erica. And it's an interactive game just like Bandersnatch, where it's video and then you get two choices and you get to pick. And I guess it has multiple endings. It's got multiple routes it goes and everything. But it's all done with, it's all filmed just like Bandersnatch was. Okay. And I haven't checked out reviews on it yet, but I was just like, wow, it's like kind of spawned off. Bandersnatch kind of spawned off a console game doing the same thing, which I thought was kind of interesting. So, yeah, $10 for PlayStation 4 for people out there that have it. I'm going to look into for reviews on that and see how it is. But it looks interesting though. I don't know. Unfortunately, go ahead.
So I was going to change gears a little bit.
Go ahead.
So on Steam, the Stranger Things 3 game just went on sale as well. So there's a Stranger Things 3. It's like a kind of a pixel isometric version of the season, but you can play through the game and do, you fight through some stuff and do some other things, but it's like basically Stranger Things 3 as a video game. It's on sale on Steam. I think normally it's $20. Right now it's on sale for 50% off.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Steam games is that they're always going on sale all the time. Yep. So,
but yeah, 50% off. So like $10, you can play the Stranger Things 3 game, which ties into this season. So that went on sale. I think I got an email about it today.
Is it good?
I haven't played it yet, but it's on my wish list, so it's definitely one I want to play.
I'll look.
Yeah, the Erica one looked actually pretty well produced, even though it doesn't have any name actors in it. From the preview I watched on YouTube, the acting looked decent, and I like the way that the choices. It looks like a fingerprint, like you're putting your finger on it and deciding which one to choose. But it's like Bandersnatch, where you only get 2 choices, Right. But sometimes you got to open stuff, and you put your 2 fingers on, and you open things up like a present. It looks like a supernatural twist to it, so. I don't know. I got to check out more, but I just think it's neat that they're coming out with these like kind of interactive stories. I think it hasn't really been tapped into much, in video
the
games.
choose your own adventure.
Yeah, choose your own adventure.
I love that
video. I mean, it's kind of neat that people are kind of experimenting out there because you can only do so many first-person shooters. There's so many fucking first-person shooters out there. Do something different, you guys. Let's just kind of.
I can do some better first-person shooters.
I want a seventh.
I'll do all of them.
The person that's in a way far back crowd. I want that one. The 8th person shooter.
Oh, Gabriella says she watched The Boys.
All right, yeah. So we got to talk about Boys.
Oh my God, I haven't watched any of The Boys. I just watched.
It's so good.
I watched a trailer for it and got a boner. I just haven't had time. Oh my God!
You watched The Girls, didn't you?
Did you watch? Did you finish it, Andrew?
But I'm really close.
I haven't watched any of The Boys, and you guys.
I might watch it again. It was so.
And then I couldn't believe. Oh my God, these guys! You see, I want to watch Stranger Things and The Boys, but The Boys got me excited.
Just watch Stranger Boys. You can watch them both at the same time.
Yeah, watch the first episode of The Boys. If you don't,
did you watch The Boys yet, Del?
Yeah.
No, I watched Stranger Things 3 though, so I finished.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
I was waiting patiently like you, like weeks ago.
Yeah. Gotta wait till everybody's watched it and.
Mock binges everything immediately, and then he gets impatient.
I know. Hurry up, you guys!
Pretty much.
Come on, this came out 2 days ago, and you haven't seen it.
Yeah, the kids are grown. That's.
I really like The Boys, and I'm so excited that they're making a second one, and it's already been greenlit, and I'm hoping that they're going to throw more money at it because it was such a hit. It's their first hit for that. Is it for Prime? I think, right?
There were a lot of Easter eggs in that too.
What's Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I think it's Amazon Prime, isn't it, for The Boys?
It is Prime. Yep, it's 100% Prime.
And they've been looking for a hit for a while. They've been throwing money at a lot of different shows, and nothing's really, they tried to do a ripoff of of Black Mirror, and it didn't work out, and it's kind of bleh. So it's good.
What happened to Patriot season 3? That was a good
Patriot
show.
got fucking tanked, but that was an amazing show. If you didn't see The Patriot on Amazon Prime, fucking watch that.
He is that character is modeled right after my brother-in-law. I swear, he's a skinny version of my brother-in-law.
Actually, it's funny. The Patriot and The Boys have a lot in common as far as like their sensibility. Right? There's a darkness, fucked upness to them both that is very similar.
Well, I like that everybody's flawed. That's what I liked about The Boys. It doesn't feel like cookie cutter. Everyone's like
the Patriot.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the character.
Yeah, and I also like in The Boys that, without spoilers or anything, that you get to see everybody's kind of point of view on things. So you kind of see the motives behind the bad guys. You get to see the motives behind the good guys, and I really like that because that's one of the things missing out of like the Marvel superhero universe and movies. It's like they never really fleshed out the bad guy's motives so much. I'm just a bad guy because I'm bad.
I'm Loki. I am bad.
Yeah, I'm Loki. I'm a bad guy because I want to be.
But you felt
those are bad examples you guys just used because both of those were fleshed out. Loki and Thanos were fleshed out quite a bit.
Well, Thanos was, but anything else like.
Loki was in like 6 movies.
Hammer, he doesn't have a motive.
No, yeah. Actually,
my other movies.
My biggest running problem with the Marvel like stories is like the fact they just kill so many innocents. It's like, as being a hero in the Marvel universe, it's totally cool to kill the bad guys and the innocents. Who cares? If you kill someone by trying to take out the bad guy, that's fine. If you kill the bad guy, if you kill someone who's a bad guy, that's cool, because he's a bad guy. That's fucking Marvel, and that's one of the things that I fucking hate. It's one of the things about DC versus Marvel that, like, I don't know. Sorry, it's the end of the show, and I'm a little bit, but like,
all right.
One of the big things is all about superheroes. Superheroes don't kill people, and
Marvel, Batman doesn't kill people.
Punisher does.
No, killed people.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was a maniac. You watch the Batman Michael Keaton?
He doesn't
killing everybody.
He doesn't actually kill them, though. He
does. Okay, he drives into a warehouse with a remote controlled Batmobile, drops off some bombs, and drives out there, and everybody dies, blows up.
That is not even close. That is not even close to the fucking kill count of the Marvel movies. Not even close. They revel in it.
I'm just saying that Batman killed people in the Michael Keaton movie.
Well, yeah, all right, no, but that's not a traditional Batman thing. I'm not trying to make an argument about that.
That's not really Batman, yeah.
But like the thing is, like the Marvel movies, like they just glorify death. Like they kill all their bad guys. It's like someone's like being a bad guy. It's like, it's cool to fucking kill him. If he's an alien or whatever he is, it's like, kill him. He dies.
Yeah, but besides happens though, they don't have a good motive though. That's what I liked about The Boys though. It's like everybody that kind of dive into like their backgrounds, you know. And you're like,
we can't talk about that. Sorry, we can't.
Well, I didn't talk about.
I know, but like if we're gonna bring up The Boys as a comparison, we can't do, because there's so much in that touches on that.
All right, let's.
I don't want to spoil that. So if we talk about The Boys, I'm happy to talk about that.
But okay, Carrie's watched it. Jim's watched it. Seabart, you watch it?
Not yet.
Okay, Dave. No, you haven't watched it yet. How about you, Gak? You watched it, right?
We'll talk about it in 6 months, Mark.
No, I want to talk about it next show.
I'm still waiting for when we can talk about Stranger Things.
No, Daddy.
So I'm getting a copy of Avengers, the last movie, the
Got asteroids?
Endgame,
right? So that's coming in a couple of days. So I've been rewatching all the.
I just watched it with the commentary. It's really good. The commentary was really good.
I'm super looking forward to it. And again, I'm a fan. Like, dude, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll bad talk Marvel shit versus DC, whatever. But like, I like these movies. But like, the thing is, like, I'm watching over and over and over again the heroes fucking kill people all through this entire Marvel.
Well, they're bad.
But that's not the hero. That's not a hero.
Well, that's not Batman's side of being a hero.
That's not Batman. That's
Batman does not kill people.
That's not Batman. That's not Superman. That's not Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I got to clock out.
You don't want to talk about Batman?
Yeah, and I'm getting that all the time too.
All right. We'll save this conversation next time, Andrew.
Someday. I know I'm fucking ranting about it, but like, I'm rewatching these movies, just watching the heroes kill everyone they fucking fight. It's like, it's fucking dark. And no one's complaining about how dark this is. They kill.
Everyone complains about how dark DC is.
Hulk smash puny god.
All I got to say to that.
Well, yeah, he grabs Loki by the feet and he smacks him in the head. That was very funny. Like, Loki can handle that. But like, they kill so many people in Marvel. So many people die in those movies.
That's usually the argument people make for DC, though, is all the collateral damage. Like, look at Man of Steel.
Yeah, that was a lot of collateral damage.
I'm not comparing DC movies, because DC.
You just said you were comparing DC with.
I'm comparing DC Universe.
He's talking about comic books, not the movies.
Oh, is that what this? Oh, okay.
But
I
like,
we were talking movies.
Talking about the movies that I've just watched. Yeah, like the Marvel movies are so violent to everyone around them.
That's why Spider-Man left.
People.
Yeah.
He wanted to be the happiest place on earth.
Oh man,
it's fine.
Another discussion because I'm bummed about that.
It's a different thing. I'm just saying. All right.
No more Spider-Man for you. We're gonna get the shitty Sony Spider-Man, which everybody hates. Ugh.
All right, guys, I'm out. I'm tired. I got to work tomorrow.
Yep.
All right,
I'm going to rock too.
But thanks. Sorry, I enjoyed
Jason, Jimbo, Seabart, Dave,
Yeah. Good night, all.
Gary.
Shutting it down.
Kudos.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
After stream.
Sorry to end it in a drunken rant about Marvel
murdering people. Bunch of murderers.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and meet us again up next week, and we'll continue this conversation.
No, we're not.
On the longest running arcade video podcast on YouTube.
We're going to talk about Marvel superheroes.
All right, I'd have to come to the table better prepared. I've just been watching a lot of Marvel movies. God damn it. They kill so many people.
All right, so Jimbo, you want to play us out? God damn it, I'll write it and play it out. There we go.